Right, sounds good, man. It is Thursday, Toys Day, Toys Alive, YouTube live. What's going on, man? One of these days we'll get a cool, smooth intro going. It'll be so good.
Maybe in year two. Maybe that'll be a goal for year two. And you know what's funny, dude, is usually we talk, a little bit before the show.
At least a minute or two. I'll be honest. Okay, and this sounds terrible. I was running around the house looking for my earrings, so to speak, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going in naked, I guess." And then I'm sitting here looking at the clock, and I'm like, 8:59, no B. Oh shit.
Well, and what's funny is, just a few days ago, I was like, "Hey, man, I think I'm gonna shoot the post tonight or have them ready," and so they're all ready to go. And for a minute there, I really, I felt really ahead of the game. Didn't last long, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then we are back to just barely sliding in under the wire, right?
Dude, I said it to you earlier. That last hour is non-existent. It doesn't exist. Every time 8 o'clock hits and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it, like you said, that last hour, dude, is there's always stuff to last minute stuff, right? I have like all these notes, and it's funny, dude, I have this big like desk calendar in front of me, right? And I have it filled out with, and usually it's just, well, now my notes go from Sunday throughout the whole week, and I'm just kind of making notes on here, and I'm kind of going over them before I'm like, oh, I need to check on that. Oh man, I should probably mention that.
So yeah, I'm a little bit less professional. Like I need to make sure that I've got some darts handy. I got to make sure that the tray is big. I don't want to be making too many clink clink noises through. The coffee pot's been brewed, and at least I've got 4 cups of it here. Like priorities, notes.
Priorities. Priorities. That's right, man.
Oh, dude.
You know what? Am I blanking out or anything, or choppy at all?
You had a couple gap moments there at the very beginning, but you're coming through clear otherwise. There was like maybe 1 or 2 little Mad Lib moments.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't know. It's you know what's weird, dude, is on my Wi-Fi thing, it says I have like great connectivity right now. I don't get it.
When I looked at the stream, it says excellent connection. So we didn't catch it because we've been gabbing away here. I just want to give a quick little rundown to all the homies that have hopped in so far here. Death and Strawberries, Mr. Ordinary, Breakfast Wizard, which, dude, a waffle with a mustache. How can you ever go wrong with that? Fletcher, what is going on, homie? James Arson Toys, how are you? Robert Bloom, aka, am I correct, worst villain ever?
Correct.
Yuckamuck, what is going on, dude? Congratulations on that sellout drop. Colin, aka HasBeen, aka the sexiest man in Bootleg Toys, Bootleg Toy Co. runner-up. Sorry, dude. Uncle Spank, what is going on, homie? As soon as I came in, the first person I talked to actually was Uncle Spank. He demanded the moment I came in the door to see what panties I was wearing, and I hadn't changed them in 8 days, so I couldn't tell him. I had to show him. So yeah, Uncle Spank, good to see you, man. King Dingus, how are you? Brett Porpoise, how are you? Calico Chris Tattoo, Stripe 7, how you doing? Cool Mo P, how are you? PK Mates, how you doing? Skyjacks, Street Fighter Skyjacks.
There you go.
Johnny Marbles, how's it going, homie? Jeez Louise. I hope I didn't miss anybody, guys. If I did, Burial Bubble, what is going on, dog? Didn't mean to just miss you, dude. PK Mates, I think I might have missed you as well. Recycle Galaxy, what is up? Howdy. I don't know where Howdy came from. Howdy's new.
Howdy's a new one. That's cool. You don't get too many Canadians saying howdy, but that's all right. And I'm just going to say ditto to all that you just said. It'll be wonderful. That's a lot, man. Ray is in the house. We have 3 giveaways from Ray tonight. That will be very cool. Porpoise, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Euro print. Oh, hey, Andrea Zays, what up, dude?
Yeah, exactly, man. Gosh, dude, that injury. Talk about a mystery on that one, man. Just
Mystery injury. Oh, Zymot. Let's go.
Nice, nice.
Sure.
You know what, man? Real quick, just talking about Zymot. There's a lot of packages that went out this week, and some of those packages, the majority of those packages, had Toys Alive stickers in them. Those are glow in the dark, and those were made and furnished by Zimitco just for free. Just throw them in, and so send me a nice little stack. And so those are back out there today, or this week if you got a package. If not, if you didn't receive one, no need to worry because we have other Toys Alive stickers coming up shortly. And that's that.
I totally forgot. I forgot all about that, man. You send me pictures one day and the next day she gone from my brain.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I actually looked into that. I did a little bit of homework on the sticker end. And as easy as I thought it would be, to my surprise, there's actually a little bit of work involved in that. So damn it. And that's where I gave up. So actually I remember looking at it and going, I need to talk to Crumbs. It's asking me stuff that I don't know. So anyways, but we will have those coming up, man. Just messing around with some just the Toys Alive name and kind of getting those out there. So those will be fun. Bam.
Oh, dude, it'll be no brainer. I'm imagining it has things to do with probably just like sizes, image sizes and scaling and layers and maybe like what colored like backgrounds to match with like top prints and stuff, or
Yeah, exactly, man. And you know
big
how
thicky boys or scratch and sniffs or
lots of different options as far as that goes, man. Lots of really cool stuff out there that I didn't realize. God, dude, the sticker game is crazy these days, dude. There's all kinds of wild shit out there. But we'll come up with something cool. But yeah, man, and I was trying to do it from my phone. And like I said, I thought it was going to be one of those things where it's like, hey, upload your picture, bam, here's your stickers. And it's not like that. But you know how it is when you're trying to do the wording and doing the black background with the white background and kind of how the outline looked different on them. That's kind of some stuff that I'm running into. So it's that sort of stiff
technology. Like, don't get me wrong. Anytime that I've got to do any kind of like video editing or image editing on my phone, I'm a little bit like, right? But I even messaged you the other day, dude. I get like a boner. I must have been walking around the subway station just with a tent, or because as I was on the subway, I was able to actually generate the Zoom meeting, create the YouTube, create the graphic for the YouTube, create the graphic that we're going to post for the Thursday for that post, on top of actually then compose the email to send off to HasBeen, and then message you bragging about that while all on the subway.
Yeah, and that's funny, dude. Anytime that I hear you talking about in advances in technology, I know that it must be something good, because I honestly think on that end, you're probably light years ahead of me as far as what we can do with logos and marketing and stuff like that. So that's initially what I thought, man. I was like, damn, if Crumbs is talking about how good it is, it must be pretty damn good.
Oh, so. Dude, Peter and Amanda, even just in general, they're even a blessing. Like Amanda showed me recently Coolers, a website called Coolers, Coolors. And like I go on there just for fun now. It gives you color palettes. It generates color palettes for you. So if you're designing like a website or anything like that, or you are designing like a web package for somebody or a brand package for somebody, you can basically generate through those logos and get the color schemes right away and know the exact like color skew. And those two are like, they're at the top of the curve, man. Peter is like one of those dudes who has like every magazine of like Wired magazine growing up and stuff, like
Wired. Wow, dude.
He's like on that curb.
Yeah, gotcha. Suki, what's up, man? He said he's gonna be lurking tonight in the background while he's working on the Best of Charleston. Nice.
Yeah, the best of Charles. He does all of those cover images. That's why I've actually said it a couple times, man. He's one of the underrated artists in our scene. Unfortunately, like, I don't think his work is necessarily like pushed at the forefront of his IG page, and therefore it's kind of lost how good he actually is. Is it a graphic designer, a graphic? Is that what it is? Graphic designer? When you're like, just like, because you're illustrating and you're manipulating and designing and
Yeah, I guess that's, yeah, we've had some conversation before about just miscellaneous things, and that's kind of what it sounds like. Dude, dig the beanie, by the way. What's that logo?
So the homies in the chat are gonna know I've been wearing this beanie almost every episode since the first snowfall. It's Redican. It's a cannabis company here. It's a licensed producer, and it was one of the first medicinal cannabis companies here in Ontario.
Nice. Okay. I've never seen that logo before. At first, I saw it, and I'm just like, dude, I thought it was a transformer at first. I was like, what is it? And then I was like, no, it's an Adidas sign. And I'm like, nah, Crumbs don't wear Adidas.
Oh, come on. The three stripes on the shoes is usually a good go. But no, I couldn't see me rocking an Adidas beanie. You're right.
Yeah.
Redican,
Not your style. Not your style, but that makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, interesting. Never seen that before. Yes.
Burial Boba called it, and I've even actually got a little tabaroo here, so I might as well pull that up. The Bootleg Bonanza tomorrow night, or Toys on Tap tomorrow night. It's going to be doing a bootleg market, 7 p.m. PST. So it's going to be 10 EST for all of us homies over here. Arizona time zone. You guys are now, what, 3 hours? Not the 2 anymore because you don't do the spring ahead? I don't know.
Yeah, Arizona's got its own. They're doing their own thing out there.
Right. But going to be kind of a first here, man. This Friday, 7 p.m. PST. HasBeen Toys, Epoxy Crusader, HasBeen Toys, General Porpoise, Hell Radical Toys, Burial Boba. And if I'm not mistaken, right after that, I think, Booze and Buddies. You would know better than I. Yeah, you ended up having this one here, May 12th. There we go. I thought they normally had their Friday show. I'm off the mark here.
Yeah, no, that's they do have a and that's the one that I was thinking of right there. That is next Friday. But yeah, they're doing Fridays, calling out artists, miscast. So yeah, I think that's it's an every Friday deal. But this one looks cool, man. Not that the Booze and Buzz yet, that one looks very cool too. But this one here, definitely, direct homies from the hood right here.
I just thought it'd be a nice roll-in, to be honest with you. I mean, it's almost like Christmas specials at that point, Watch one, you're in your PJs, it ends, you're like, well, fuck it, might as well go right over to the other one.
Yeah, dude, I like that. I think it's gonna be, I'm interested to see how the buying's gonna go. We'll ask Colin tonight and see what he says about it. But I wonder if it's gonna be, like a claim in the comments or whatever. But cool, man. I like that. I like an express purchasing platform, if you will. Very cool.
An express checkout.
Dude, this in there too, dude. Hella, Barrio, Porpoise, Titty, Epoxy, and HasBeen. What a lineup, dude. Nice job, babe. Very cool, man.
And I mean, if we're here, we might as well, I'm sorry, all these artists have some cool shit right now, but Titty Bean keeps doing this to us, man. Sorry. Hit after hit after hit after hit lately.
I know, man.
Jeez. This is a cool one, man.
And you know what, man? I'm not really into enamel pins or anything, but that enamel with that Partini Pyres, that is so cool, dude.
And look at this fucking lurker, man. Look at this homie, this longtime homie lurker. It's like, yeah, you're still here. You're still here, making moves, doing things, man. Like, get out of here. Oh, dude, you seen this lately?
Yeah.
Like, this thing's gonna be huge, man.
Dude, I did see that the other day, dude. And you know what, man? His comments there were really good too. He was talking about how he was trying to get it, everything distributed correctly as far as the look of it. But that's going to be killer, man. If he ends up producing that one, that's really, really cool.
Well, and I mean, like, I can't get a size down, like a size scale down for it, but it looks much bigger than what we're used to. Also, this makes you like, I just find that comical, man. It's like, oh yeah, what you got going on back here? What you got going on over here?
Oh yeah, what is that? Good eye, man.
And even this fucking gray brat, like,
yeah, I see that
the
guy back there.
hell?
Yeah.
Little sneak peeks from the benches, like,
nice.
Oh man, I forgot about this dude too.
You have one of the gorillas?
Yes, yeah.
Those are sweet, man. Oh man, I remember that guy that he was working on.
Yeah, the scout trooper.
Yes.
The Boy Scout. There we go.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. All right, now we're just getting off.
Yeah, I know, right? Carolina Cool Cat, what's up, man? Thanks for coming in. Pocket Salsa taking off and coming back. Maybe what's going on? Bliss Receptor, what is up, my dude?
Jazz was if I miss out on the Urban Cowboy because I can't figure out the claim directions. Dude, I'm sure if right now you mess it, like, I'm sure there's got to be I don't know. I don't want to speak in case I speak up too soon, right?
Yeah, no, well, I'm sure we'll figure it out before too long. Dude, so let's check this out real quick. If anybody knows or anybody sees Mr. Ultraviolet pop up tonight, or if anybody knows who that is, please tell them to message us. They won a giveaway, and I don't know who that is. They never sent us their address. I need that address to send the giveaway. And that is my last remaining giveaway that I have in my possession that needs to go out. So Mr. Ultraviolet, they won. Oh God, dude, what did they win? They won. Oh, you know what they won? They won that Von Fake name Homer.
Yeah, the radiation Homer.
Yeah, Patient Zero from Von Fake name. So anyways, if anybody knows who Mr. Ultraviolet is, send them our way, please. That would be great.
Also, Bob Jock, how's it going, dude? Name Studios, how are you? Dude,
nice. What's up, gentlemen? Man, dude, we are getting right through the news. That's for sure. Toys on Tap Market. We already talked about that. Kowakian Toys, 1,300 followers. Congratulations, my friend.
There you go. I feel like the last 3 episodes we've been saying Kowakian's name quite a bit. I was even thinking about that before this episode. I was like, wow, we've talked about Kowakian a lot this past month. And then there you go.
There you go. 1,300 followers. Yeah, man, busy, right? We had a nice little cluster of shows there with Apocalyptico 2, the G.I. Joe or the G.I. show. And I think there was another one in there. Maybe not. But anyways, those are two large shows. Oh, that Clutter show was in there. I don't think he was in that, but that was just another show that was out there. So but anyways, yeah, congrats. Kowakian, 1,300 followers. I have my note here, Mr. Ultraviolet APB. Check. That one's done.
I love just fucking just checking them off, homie. Yeah,
yep, checking them off down there.
That's what's up.
What else, man? You got any more news or what you thinking?
Well, we congratulated Yakamuck on the Care Bear drop, but if anybody didn't see those there, yeah, give those a quick little looky-loo. Those I woke up, they were posted and gone. So congratulations, homie. Those came out great. Also, I wanted to give a quick shout out to all the artists that are participating in the staff picks. I know that Hello Radical, again, I'm pretty sure I woke up to a message from him saying, dude, my piece sold. So, dude, congratulations on that. Congratulations to everybody participating in this. This was a beefy one, man. Killer Bootlegs, fucking Kingdom of Spiders, Steve Casino, Dano Brown, Junk Fed. What are we talking about? This was a fatty. So congratulations to everybody who ended up getting some pieces out for that, and anybody who ended up selling some pieces for that. That was a cool little show. What else we got? This was the Bootleg Sewer Mutant page we went ramping on. Booze and Buddies is going to be doing a Mistcast showdown. So DM for any of the details on there. That's going to be on May 12th. Also, am I screaming today? I feel like I'm talking a little bit loud, so I apologize, guys. If I am, let me know.
No, you're good.
My mic volume.
No, you're good.
Morris. I don't know if anybody saw these drop. We kind of touched on these a little bit last week. The full lineup ended up coming out and ended up dropping. So these are available. Comes with this cool fucking castle wall ruin if you'd like as well. Neat packs, man. Little kaiju pack. I'm assuming PVC if I had to guess. Nail me that. I think we were all looking at this because
oh my goodness, dude. Yes.
This is gonna be fucking rad as hell, man. For them to be able to have a vinyl of this size, what is this like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articulation points. So like, what I love about that is like this opens up so much area. Like this is what I actually love about vinyl in general. When people really think out how they're gonna do their vinyl sculpt, this person now could do like an Ophelia Toyz head swap with them. And we could have like an Ophelia Toyz head on there, or Ophelia Toyz arms on there, right? Or we could end up like removing this whole top part, put one of those Saruga Mark fucking dino heads on top of the spider shit. Like, I just
there you go.
like the versatility between all the joints once it's thought out like this. This is beautiful sculpt work, man. And being in vinyl, it will probably be a little bit more affordable than what we normally see from Naomi Naff stuff being porcelain, right? Normally that porcelain stuff's going to be a little bit pricier. It's a little bit like harder to get multitudes of. This is gonna be sick as hell, dude. And their paint apps are rad as hell. Like the sculpt is gonna be so complementary to their fucking paint apps.
Absolutely, dude. I thought I had my you know what I do? I have a piece from them. But you're right, dude. The paint apps are they're so good, man. They really are. They were actually running a sale recently. They had knocked the price down, and then I think there might have been something with shipping or something like that, but still great pieces, man. Get in there and take a look. There's lots of stuff available, and just take a look at some of that past work that's sold out. It's incredible work. The packaging on this thing was really, really good. This thing came with like I don't know if you remember me showing this one, man. This one came with like a book almost. It was like a multiple page book about this character and kind of what it means. So anyways, yeah, Naomi Naff, check it out. Very, very good artist. Incredible work, man. And big, bulky, solid resin.
Yeah, that's a resin one.
It is.
Dope.
Yeah. But really cool paint, man. And just a really cool figure altogether. I think you'll notice that, dude, with a lot of the figures that they have. God, dude, I mean, the ideas behind some of those things are just freaking wild. There's some just super unique shit in there. Really cool stuff.
Speaking of unique, sorry, I'm gonna hop back over to those tabs for a quick second because this made me fucking laugh the other day, dude. Earthworm Jim Halpert, get out of here.
Yes.
For any Office fans, that was good, man. And then Amelia, this is my first time seeing this, but this is fucking dope. 35 shipped in the USA.
Ugh.
So whoever ended up getting that, congratulations. That is a steal. That is rad as hell.
Holy smokes, dude. 35?
More, please.
Wow.
More,
That's
please.
a steal.
Yeah.
Dude, I love those gizmos that they were doing. Gosh, man, some of those are so freaking good.
Yeah. I remember seeing this one drop specifically, obviously, and got a big old boner. Dude,
yeah.
But so I remember that like they're one of those ones that they don't drop frequently, but when they do, they're gone in a heartbeat. Like these, same thing. These flew, dude. These were gone so fast.
Yeah. You know what? I do have a gizmo from them, but I got it a long time ago. And they used to have this thing on the website where it was like you just get a random one. And so I got like a translucent, it's glow in the dark, but like every limb is a different color. It's pretty sick, man. I don't know if I've ever posted that one actually. But yeah, those things have been out for a while. And that's one of those ones where, I mean, I don't know, man, you see how many different versions they are. You're like, oh, I'd take that one. Oh, I'd take that one. That one's cool. Oh, dude, you don't know how bad I tried to get one of those freaking Mac Tonights at Christmas time. Holy shit, dude. For a tree topper.
That's kind of what I'm saying, though. Like, as an artist, like in general, they're one of those ones that they don't drop all the time, but then they do, and it's just gone.
Yeah.
Great work, dude. I feel like it's been a hot, spicy minute since I've even been on their page.
Yeah, the Mac Tonight, man, that was such a good one, dude. They I thought they were only going to do one, and then they ended up having a couple more, but they were gone like, and they were on the higher end too. But they were gone right away.
I'm gonna drop it in the comments there for you guys, Folklorian. This is Beast Labs on IG. Muscleoids dropped this week, and I was instantly fucking blown away, man. This looks cool as hell. I don't know why.
Nim, did you just see Harry and the Hendersons for the first time? Was that what you're saying there? That's a 80s banger right there. Good one.
If you've
John
never
Lithgow.
either been Harry and the Henderson or have had to Harry and the Henderson somebody, you're not an adult yet. That's part of becoming an adult, is either somebody has to Harry and the Hendersons you, or you have to Harry and the Hendersons somebody. That's just part of growing up.
John Lithgow, man.
God, here, you big smelly ape. Killed it.
That was good. That was good.
Fuck's sakes, dude. Admittedly, I'll be honest with you guys. Sometimes I fling open tabs. This is one of those cases where I'm gonna have to scroll because I'm not sure how we ended up here. So I guess maybe this was me just saving a tab from something else.
So, right, if you scroll a little bit,
you glitched out there, homie. Save me.
Shit. There you go. If you scroll back up, was there a resin piece there? I thought I saw a resin piece.
Yeah, I'm not seeing one, man. Which is all good and well. Oh, here we go. You know what? This is probably what it was. They participated in the Toy de Jour Meepleton's show.
Oh yeah, see, that's what I saw. Okay. Yeah. That's what it was.
See, I have no problem with art. You know, I'm not trying to be some prude or anything, but I don't want anybody accusing me of just, you know, I don't know. I'm uncomfortable. Great work. Fuck. How to tell you're a nerdy virgin toy boy. And go. Fuck. Strike 7, dude, just killing it. I know that last week I'd wanted to pull these up and I didn't end up getting a chance to pull the tab up, but also I wanted to show this off. This is rad as hell, man.
Yes, that one off is super sick, man. And I think today, I believe that was from today. The other pictures it had like some either lower UV on it, but yeah, super sick, dude. And Strafe, I did get the package 2 days. So next week, we will open a Strafe 7 package that's super sick. I didn't want to advertise it this week because I wasn't sure if it was going to come in or not, but sure enough, it did come in today. So we'll take care of that next week. But that guy right there, yes, dude.
You know what I actually love about this is I was talking to One Trick Pony one time about like how difficult it would actually be to do up a couple like mismatched swampies like this. And he was like, the hard part is like if I give one dude those legs, now all of a sudden I'm even less pieces for that one guy who's sitting on the workbench, you know? And then if I give that dude like an arm from something, well crap, now I've got to try and find an arm for that guy. So, and then you don't even know if they're going to sell. So to start casting things up to try and match those, it's kind of like, so I don't know what the situation is with that, but I like it, man. And then also, of course, the consistency, man. The ever improving consistency, because consistent, but like we already said a couple times, they're always getting better, dude.
Yeah, dude. And I actually made a comment on this last run. These ones right here, where this one might be my favorite yet, dude. That color choice there and the way it all kind of flows together, especially with the look of the blood coming out of the head there. But dude, look at that fade on the feet going up into the legs, dude. That is so sick. That's not paint. You know what I mean? That's sick, dude.
I don't even know which one I like more, this friggin' like bald one or the Joey hairstyle one.
Yeah,
both good. Like
dope,
that
man.
dripping down.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another one, dude, where we've seen a bunch of different versions of that, and just sick every time, man. And like you said, dude, getting better. God dang, that fade up between the legs, dude. Holy shit.
And then, of course, Extra Truck Terrestrial ended up dropping this recently. You got the first pulls of the Space Squatch. The thing I love about this is like this is a toy, man. Like, and I mean that with all respect. You know what I mean? Like, look, dude, imagine being a kid coming across this, having no idea what the fuck you just found. Like, this is like some kind of blow plastic toy. I like this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was the no. That was the yes. Okay, so the Space Squatch. So man, maybe dude, how many?
Oh shoot, you froze up. I'm so sorry, dude. You're gonna have to repeat that when you come back in a second.
Lab.
How many collaborations has he done for the Space Squatch figure?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Honestly, I have no clue. Even I don't think he even mentioned it. I think we're close to like 5 or 6 though at this point. I love the fact that he's so open on collaborations, man. And let's be real, like we've kind of talked before about how like with certain vets in the scene, it can go either way. Extra Truck Terrestrial, Lab Monkey number 9, man. Freaking Simeon Cheese. Those are the kind of vets that like they show such respect to like even the dude who started yesterday, and like I've got mad respect for that, man. That's dope that they're willing to do collaborations with all levels of makers and shit. Really makes them feel good and opens up some doors for them, and it's just dope. Good on them, dude.
Yeah, 100%, dude. And I remember when we interviewed ETC, and he was just like super open to collabs and was like, whoever wants to do something, just hit me up. You're right, dude. I think that brings a lot of kind of this newer wave of artists that we've seen in the last couple years where, I think recently, right, we've seen the two extremes of that kind of veteran point of view, where you have one who's saying, fuck you guys, how dare you, right? And then on the other end, you have someone like ETC who's like, I'd love to work with you, dude. That's cool. Let's do something together.
There's some weird saying about honey. You attract more, more flies with honey. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you're right. That's just the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes.
Epic Arts going to be doing a fatty drop actually Saturday the 29th, 9 a.m. PST. And if anybody's curious on what they're going to be dropping, they're going to be dropping 4 one-off figures. So Bammo, here is one. Bammo, there is another one. That one's very like Halloween-y. Blammo, another one. Ooh, I like this little detail here, this little white detail.
Yeah, very cool. He's had a lot of stuff come out recently, man. Yes, that's one. That's
Owners.
Nice, very nice.
Quiet Feller. Okay, I gotta say it, man. And every time I say it, I hope that it only comes across as respect. But this maker has just been consistently blowing me away, dude. When they first came out, they were doing some like all-nighters. I don't think this person sleeps at all. And if anybody stays up all the time making, it's this maker. But in the last year, dude, I think that their work has become just better and better and better. And this is a prime example where it's just like, good for you, dude.
Yeah, man. 100% agree. Fat Dad's Toys has that very kind of designer toy feel and look, right? But they're resin pieces, dude. I have quite a few of his pieces, and they're all really, really good, man. And he's such a cool dude. I've met times. Just a really good guy, man. I'm glad to see that his stuff is consistently selling out. Yeah. And it seems like he's always working on something, right?
Yeah.
And you know what, dude? You know what's real cool about him is like he talks about it, and the next thing you know, bam, there it is. And if you go through his page, you'll see how many different flavors of stuff that he has. How many versions of that is there, dude? I mean, just scrolling, I've seen like 6 already.
I think he knows he's onto something with that character, dude. He's onto something with that character hard. Yeah, for sure.
Cool, man. Good work, dude.
Yeah, he's consistently just doing a great job. And you even actually nailed it, dude. Really nice guy too.
Yeah. Yeah, super cool.
Like,
oh goodness, bro. Speaking of Canada, did you see that you can't do that on television? Freaking post right there. Holy smokes.
no, what
There
you
was
talking
a
about?
it was the cover of You Can't Do That on Television. Oh, there it is right there.
Right, because that's the Nickelodeon Slimes.
Yes. Now, did you watch that show or was that before your time?
It's not that it was before my time. I just didn't have cable growing up, actually. So I would see it if I went to like my like cousins or something.
You know what? That's a good point, dude. And I never really had cable growing up either, but I remember friends that had cable. Then when we finally got cable, I think it was on. That was one of the first shows I watched on Nickelodeon, I believe. Like one of the very first shows on Nickelodeon. I'm like, what channel is this? And then I see all these Canadian kids coming out of lockers, right? And their names are like Alistair. I'm like, who has names like that? And great show, dude. That and like Kids in the Hall. I remember watching that around the same time. That's another great Canadian show.
Kids in the Hall classic. Yo,
Yeah.
if anybody's down, this young chap here, I don't know why I said that, Cult Toys. They make this in all different sizes though. So they've got this Toyz Grayskull, like this one here is like the bootleg size 25 centimeters, bootleg 25 centimeters. Oh, classic Motu. 21 centimeter for the origin size, 17.5 for the vintage size. And it looks like even some minis. Yeah, 4.5 centimeters, compatible with Masters of the Universe Duncan miniatures. So this dude is doing them up in all sorts of sizings, man. So if anybody likes the Spirit of Grayskull shit, this seems to be like the guy doing the Spirit of Grayskulls at the moment in every size you can picture.
Yeah, and you know what's cool is so the original Spirit of Grayskull, that was an addition pack to the new Motu Castle Grayskull that came out at PowerCon like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And you had to buy it ahead of time to get it. So it wasn't like one of these things that was readily available. So when that first popped up, man, I was like, man, I'm surprised to see that thing out there like that. But that's dope. You know what? I didn't realize, dude, that thank you for pointing that out, that it comes in a bunch of different sizes. I did not realize that. That's dope.
Well, because I was trying to figure out the pricing difference, to be honest with you. And that's when I noticed, okay, that one's vintage size 17.5, but then some of these other ones are origin size 21 centimeters. So it's like, okay, yeah. Difference understood now.
Jazz Wizard. Hi, I'm Alistair. I get beat up a lot. And Nim says, how many of you watched Pete and Pete? Yes, indeed, man. Pete and Pete. I remember Pete and Pete. I want to say that was like around the same time as like Hey Dude. I don't know if you ever watched Hey Dude. That was another good one. That was a Nickelodeon show.
Oh, these are all new to me. These, man, I've pointed out Christina Queen of Cats a couple times, but with Summer, she's been dropping some really fucking fun, colorful stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. What's in that?
So I think these ones might be Broken Up Rocks, Jagamite or something. Because I believe she posted more of them down here.
Wow.
And then, but like I like her pores, man, or their pores. Like that's fucking sick.
Yeah, man, those are nice. Ooh, that's way nice.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Stone or something. This one has the runts, obviously.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
But like even this pore here, like almost like soapstone.
Yeah.
Jessamite pigment.
Wow, really good paint work on that skull with the strawberries on it too, man. I'm assuming that's paint work. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, decoupage. So is that where you basically kind of like, yeah, that's like a fabric that's been almost like paper mache almost over it.
Yeah, I am not familiar with that at all.
So yeah, Christina Queen of Cats. Sorry, guys.
Um,
Oh man. Okay, Nim Studios, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I've been craving all the classics recently because Jim, where I was at, watches a bunch of the old classics, and so like now my brain is expecting like I Love Lucy in the middle of the afternoon, or Bewitched, or fucking Cheers and Frasier in the afternoon. Like I'm expecting to hear these shows come on to be like in the background of my day now. Bummer.
yeah. Skilled said, salute your shorts, man. It's another good one. Donkey lips.
Slime City Toys was actually doing a Whatnot. So they actually ended up uploading a lot of stuff. I guess Whatnot's actually a new selling platform, kind of just like Pop Mart or any of those like online selling, but they ended up actually doing a bunch of new toys up in there. So if anybody is interested, I'd imagine we'll see those kind of pop up. Why not we even look? I think we'll see those kind of pop up in the store or reclaim sale if they didn't all fly off there. Because man, it looks like they've been brewing up a lot of stuff this past week.
Yeah, great people over there at Slime City Toys. They sold out very early over at Assembly Required. That's where I met them at. But yeah, cool stuff. And it looks similar, but
gosh, this is sick as hell, man. It's just fun. Fun. Yeah.
Nice. And what I meant by they look similar is they have a really nice line of stuff going. You know what I mean? Like I can look at a piece like that and probably guess it was Slime City. You know what I mean? If you put it up against some other pieces, but they've kind of developed that style and look, especially with the torso and the arms kind of out like that pumpkin head in the middle. I've seen that with the skeleton head on it before.
Right.
And so it's cool style, man. Montreal, Canada.
I could even see any of these characters standing beside a Ghostbusters figure.
Yeah, and there you
fall right in that. These guys are so sick, man. And I think seeing yours and seeing how much bigger they actually are than I expected also amplified the radness of it.
Yeah. And what's cool on those ones too, man, is the arms and the hands are actually articulated too. There's really good magnet work in here as well. But yeah, really cool figure there. That one's from Assembly Required. Slime City, man.
Hey, I don't know how it ended up happening. We've just been looking at tabs, just enjoying those tabbies like there's nothing else going on tonight. Meanwhile,
is there something else going on tonight? Yes.
We've got HasBeen Toys chilling in the waiting room there, just waiting, anxious to get in, being so polite. It's 9:43. Been just listening to us gab on about freaking tabs. If you guys aren't familiar already with HasBeen Toys, this guy is, I don't even really know how to put it, man. He's like an experimentalist. You know what I mean? Like he's got the fucking rubber bendy boys here. Is it you that ended up getting the bendy boy, or does Tycho's Tacos have this one? Fletch will probably let us know. You have it.
I have it right here, as a matter of fact, if we're going to talk about it. That Indian sticker right there in the middle. It'd be funny. I probably have about 10 coworkers right now with that sticker on their hard hat that I love to see floating around the job sites every now and then. But dude, and the Indian on the left, whoo, man, Slothra.
Slothra was a big hit, man. I think Slothra definitely ended up sliding into the hearts of a lot of people. I personally was a big fan of these little fucking Han Solos from the Micro Machines line.
Yeah.
Open and close with the actual Han Solo and the Carbonite.
From the Tiny Toy Show. Remember the Tiny Toy Show?
I don't even. The Kowakian Warrior. Dude, the guy has done stuff. Like I was thinking about today, like almost every scale you can think of at this point. He's getting there, man. All we're missing is like, you know what I mean? We're missing like a 5-point figure now. And a big giant 9-inch Safubi.
Oh man, the ETs and the Murder Smurfs, right?
And okay, for anybody who doesn't understand what the hell I'm talking about, every time I'm talking about the sexiest man in resin toys, come on, look at this. And then you slide over to his personal account. The man's riding motorcycles underneath fucking Hummer vehicles. Woo.
Nice.
But this dude's fucking insane, man. And I think we'll have to bug him a bunch about this because The hands, the swappable hands. That was so smart to attach them onto the weapons, homie.
Yes, dude. Urban, look at that, dude. That's great. Nice card work too, dude.
Oh, he's on point with it all.
Yeah.
All right, so do we slide him in here?
I was gonna say, you know what? We could probably tell him this to his face.
No, it's always better to make them sit there and get all awkward and blushing, and then we slide them in. We're men. We don't talk about feelings like this.
Right.
That's right.
That's right.
HasBeen Toys, man. Always patiently waiting 2 years for me to do that interview, edits for him. Now he's already coming in here. He's on a Toys on Tap one already.
There he is.
Nope.
Yes.
I love how I better have the watermarks across it too. That's how bootleg it better be.
Oh man, that is so good. You know what, man? You know what's funny is I like how people do more with our logo than what we do with our logo. You know what I mean? Like now that everybody's been making stuff, I'm like, man, I kind of like our logo. You know why? Because it's so bootleggy and whatever. But like seeing that mask, that's cool, man. I like that. Colin, my man, what is up? Colin just won 3 items before we even sat down here today. So you're on mute.
I don't know about you, but I already saw some stuff on the workbench and I love the colors. They are looking fucking good, man. Oh, he waited. We kept him waiting so long. He said, "Fuck you guys." But yeah, when he was on there,
could you hear him? I couldn't hear him.
I couldn't hear him either. That might be why he hopped out. But right along that back ledge for like a split second, there was there was some good colors in there, man. I think there might have been
actually, I had a better view of it on YouTube, or actually on my iPad. So I was looking at it right now. I'm like, oh, you're right, dude. There was some stuff back there. All right, okay.
Oh man.
But anyways, dude, so you know what, let's just bring this thing kind of full circle, right? So he's going to be on the Toys on Tap thing tomorrow. I think the first time I ever actually interacted with Colin was when Abe used to do, it was before Toys on Tap, right? It was when Yucko, it was just doing Yucko Toys, and it was he used to do those trivia nights, which I thought were really fun, dude. There was a very small amount of people in there, but like Hurt Toys was in there all the time, dude. He really enjoyed that. But anyways, that's kind of where I first started talking to Colin. And next thing you know, and he was just a collector at the time, dude, just like me, and wasn't making anything, at least that I know of.
Yo, hey, wait a minute. Actually, you bring up a good point. I'm going to slide HasBeen in a second here because I was going to bring it up tonight, and you actually just nailed it on the head. So personally, and no unsolicited advice to anybody, but I try really hard to remove the word "just" from my vocabulary because it can actually be so defeating right off the hop, right? Even imagine a phone call right away. Hey, it's just Crumbs calling. Why is it just Crumbs? Why can't it be, hey, it's Crumbs calling? Why does it be, hey, it's just Crumbs calling? I'd just like to get, dude, honestly, whatever you're asking for right now, even if you say I would just like, if you just say I would like, the ask is just the same. You're like, oh damn, see, there you go. The ask is the same. But
true.
Just a toy collector might be one of those ones that for some reason gives me this weird little nipple twist where I'm like, oh shit, dude. Because nobody in this scene is just a toy maker, and none of them are just collectors, man. There are some toy makers and there's some collectors, but it just sounds so just a collector.
Yeah.
Aww.
I hear you. I agree. So we were just collectors, and no, I feel you though, dude, and you're right, man. And I think subconsciously when you hear just, you're right, especially speaking with it in that form. I remember growing up, one of my a really, really close friend of mine, Filipino guy, his dad was asking me what I was going to do for college, and I said, I think I'm just going to go to the community college here in town. And boy, he gave me a tongue lashing about using the word just and saying, why are you saying you're just going to do this? And you're right. The point of that story is that it was we had come full circle, and now that he had popped up in those shows, just answering trivia questions before he was making stuff, and now he's actually selling stuff on his new show. So very cool.
HasBeen Toys. Colin, what up?
Oh my gosh, I can hear you now.
There he is. What is up, man?
Hey.
Long time, never talk. How about that?
Nice to meet you, Brian.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. We were just talking about how I think the first time you had kind of popped up, a few years ago, I guess it was 3 years ago now, that we were just kind of liking the same posts. And next thing you know, we were talking about Yucko when he used to do that trivia night, and then kind of seeing you in there. And the next thing you know, you're up here making toys, and it's how it's come kind of full circle with you, selling your stuff that you made on his show. His new show tomorrow night. So very, very cool, man. Very cool. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all
I'm excited for that. That's nice meeting you later, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm curious now. Is this actually the first time you guys are ever meeting ever seen
Yes.
We chat all the time, message back and forth a lot actually, but
yeah,
first time. Brian's probably saw my face other than the post picture.
Damn. Weird.
I'm telling you, man, this show's bringing people together.
So HasBeen, dude, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to break the ice with it, but it's right over your shoulder, homie. What is going on at the table of goods right there? Please give us a lowdown of what is happening there, homie.
So I've been sleeping on the Urban Cowboy thing for a while. Just waiting for the right moment to drop it. And I seen that offer from Abe, and I was like, oh, what a cool opportunity to take advantage of, and something different and new to do a claim like that. And so I waited a couple weeks, and I got them all lined up here for tomorrow's claim drop.
Dude, I'm looking at that totem in there. Tell me about that, dude. Are you not releasing that yet? Or I don't know if you even want to talk about that, but I see a totem back there.
That's a freebie that comes with the Urban Cowboy.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a throw.
I love how B is just like that totem. Yes. The fucking dope figure with the swappable hands. The totem, though.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. Yep. Dude, so the Urban Cowboy, how big is that thing, dude? That looks way bigger. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's very cool.
Blue white stone marble.
He's good size. He's probably I don't know, 5 inch.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
gosh, dude, I was.
There's your 5-inch figure, then.
Dude, I was thinking 3.75 for some reason, dude. That is sick. Yeah.
Man, okay. I don't again. So I don't want to probe you right off the hop with these, but what the hell is that figure, man? Is that from a model kit? What are we looking at with that thing?
It is one of these old vintage toys from the 50s.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I added a grenade and a handgun to the base there, so that would end up in the cast. So yeah, it's a Marks. That's a Marks figure.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, dude. Gosh, man, that is sick. That is sick. So, dude, let's just go back a little bit to where kind of what we were just talking about, right? So you went from being a collector. At what point did you think, was it just kind of from repeated this stuff? I've done it myself too, where you just see so much cool shit and you're just like, man, I wonder what would happen if I swap some stuff around or actually tried to cast something. What was that tipping point for you where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna try it?
Oh, what would have been a good? It was at least a year into looking at all the going down the rabbit hole of all the bootleg toys and our toys, and then I don't know, you just see it, and you're so curious, like, how are they doing this? And you hear it all the time. People look online, go on YouTube, see kind of how it's done. So you just start there. Little trial and error, figuring it out as you go. But I needed a hobby, really, especially during COVID times, just going insane. So I just needed something. I used to play music a lot, but then that kind of took a back seat. And I don't know, I just needed something to do. So besides collecting, that was already something to do, but it was getting expensive. But it's still fun. But yeah, what can I say? It's a fun thing to do. I have a good time doing it.
Not to change the subject, but I'm looking at that Downer Energy sticker on your pressure pot there, dude. What happened to Downer Energy, man? You know what I mean?
That's a good eye, yeah.
What happened to Downer, man? Downer was
You know what though? His store is still open. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh, okay. Good point.
He was like the king of good vibes, that guy right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Downer, where are you?
I think he was too smart. That's how I'm gonna put it, dude. I know that sounds so terrible to say, but let's be honest. Like this scene, it can be very defeating, and it doesn't return a lot of the times. It's going to be money and energy expelled, and unless you feel that community, you're not going to necessarily like stick around, right? That's that intrinsic and extrinsic value. And I think he's almost too smart for his own good. Like the dude was like right away just kind of saw like, I'm going to put more time and energy into this than I'll ever see come back. I think I'm also speaking just out my ass here. I don't know.
Well, you're right, dude. He's a smart dude, man. I remember some of those conversations where he would just kind of, he would go off for a while and just like, holy shit. Anyways, so Colin, dude, Slothra, man, who were we talking about Slothra with the other day? Oh, Ordinary Toys. We were talking about Slothra, dude. So what's crazy about this one? Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Dude, did we just flip them at the same time? That was sick, bro. That was
you guys are ridiculous. You guys are brothers now. Sorry.
Dude, that was straight up. Dude, that was infomercial gold right there. I think we just sold a dozen of these things, dude. But dude, Slothra. All right. So obviously I don't want to ask like, hey, well, where'd you come up with Slothra? Because it's pretty obvious. But the idea for the double-sided backer, man, I don't know if I've seen that with anybody else. Was that just a way to get another look to it just by flipping it around?
Actually, just thinking of a way to basically sell both figures at the same time. I wanted to have both versions, right? You got the standing version, and then you got the winged version with just the head. And I was just thinking about, I didn't want to have two card backs because that's just too much. And then I was like, well, shit, I haven't seen a back-to-back one. I've seen them both on the same side, but not back-to-back yet. I was like, well, let's try it.
Well, and then plus you don't mess up the graphic on either side. So
exactly,
sick, man.
Exactly.
Sick work.
Unless you get both graphics out there.
Yep. That's kind of, that's actually one of the reasons right there alone, just designing both figure cards. And I was like, well, shit, which one do you go with? Well, go with both of them.
Dude, out of curiosity, that being said, what, like, would you say that that's one of your favorite parts of designing the card backs? Because you're pretty crazy good at that graphic design shit, man.
Thanks. And it's actually just, it's really just a phone app. It's just like a cheap phone app that I'm using. It's kind of hard though, because it is a cheap phone app. So you got to manipulate it quite a bit more, but it works. It gets the job done. But yeah, it was, I don't know what came first. It could have actually been just the name Slothra. Just putting the two names together, play on words.
Yeah.
That came first. Then it was, all right, how do I make Slothra?
Yeah, dude, the wings I think are probably one of the dopest parts for me. Swappable head, dude, and just a really, really nice, clean 3.75, which I'm a huge fan of. But dude, it's I mean, for some of your earlier work, dude, it's freaking incredible. Dude,
Thanks, man.
yeah, the other piece that I pulled out was just because I wanted to ask you about the big boy, right? Because I know that you were messing
Yeah.
around with the bendy style, and this one it has shrunk up on the sides a little bit. I've kind of left them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it shrunk up a little bit, but I mean, I try not to bend them and just leave them out like this. But dude, I don't know if I have any other,
bummer.
Yeah, no, dude, it's still great though, right? Like, you know, and to me, look how much character that adds, dude. So you can see like a little bit of the silver in
That's
there.
crazy how that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But any plans on going back to this? Like I say, dude, I don't know. Maybe you know, Crumbs. I don't know if I have any other pieces, or you have any pieces that have this kind of makeup, man, the rubber bendy style.
Hell no, it's dope as shit, dude. I think you're the first one that incorporated the wiring in the figure. I think we all have some like rubber flex it pieces, but nothing with the wire, man. I would say the equivalent of the wire in that rubber is almost like any of the dudes who are clear casting that fucking expanding foam shit. You know? It's just it's complicated, man. What are you doing?
Well, it looks like I need to go back to the drawing board because it didn't last very long.
You know what?
I've had it for a while now, I think. Go ahead, Grumps.
Oh, I was gonna say
it's all trial and error.
Yeah, and that material especially as well, man. Like I don't know, like fuck, dude, that rubber is different. My bear guy has some of that rubber. Like this guy's got that rubber in it as well, right? And he's got got no shrink
that
or
one
weird
actually
to
does,
him.
yeah.
Maybe it's that fucking weird temperatures you have over there in California, B.
Yeah, that's fucking California weather.
You know what, man? You're very right. There's probably something to that.
There is actually, because I have one here, and it's still.
Yeah, see,
it's still going.
Yours is perfect.
Maybe it is the weather. I don't know.
It probably is. I wouldn't doubt it. So, and why did you choose Big Boy, man? I know that you and I had talked about this a while ago and why this piece meant a lot to me, just because I used to go to a Bob's Big Boy up in Oregon. They don't have those in California as far as I know. But is that what kind of brought you to it too? Was just kind of going there as a kid? Are these still even around? I don't know if they're even around anymore.
I think there are a few. I go back home to Michigan now and then, and I think there's some in Michigan yet. Yeah, it's like anything else. You find these old toys laying around, and it's a nostalgic piece. It's like, let's do something with them, right? And it's originally a bendy toy. Well then how the hell did they make bendy toys? You try to kind of figure that out.
Yeah.
I played with different wire and stuff too. Some wire just broke immediately. But finding the right rubber was tough and still needs to be figured out, apparently.
See, I didn't even think about how hard it'd be to find the right wire material that would actually like want to hold shape, but at the same time not be too difficult to ply, not snap.
Yep. Shit. That was it right there. You gotta find the right gauge so it doesn't just snap every time you bend it a couple times and you're done.
Yeah.
That happened early on.
Now I'm curious as well, dude. How do you end up with so many variants of colors in your pores? Because even when I was looking at B's Slothra there, I'm like, shit, that guy's got some dope fucking pieces to him.
I use resin pigment. Like, I got boxes of it.
Fair. Do you typically like pour different, like, will you pour several different molds and like maybe do like 3 wings at a time, then like do them all in blues and then just swap up to something different? Or like, how do you approach that typically? Like, what's your style when you're flinging in the colored resin into molds?
I like doing the swirl effect a lot. And when I'm using the 325, you get a small window where you can work with it. So what I do is I start with the part B, and then I go to A, and I'll do that B, add the color. I'll go to A, and then just add a couple drops. Start doing just little swirls, right? Not mix it all together, obviously. And then it gets kind of thick, and you gotta move. Same with the glitter. I mean, that's kind of the trick with glitter too. You can't use something that's too thin, or all the glitter just sinks to the bottom of the mold.
I would definitely say you were probably one of the first ones I saw using like metal flakes and like the glitter and glow powders all in one, man. Definitely. Like I go to this guy quite a bit, but like this dude's nuts, man. The glow on him is nuts.
Yeah.
The different sparkles in him is nuts. And
that's my first figure right there. There's the skeleton,
dude.
Those are the first ones.
So one of the tightest figures, I would say. Clean cast, but also like just all the joints are so fucking tight on it, man.
I really wish, like, I've learned so much making molds and stuff, and just kind of keep moving on. I'd like to go back to a lot of that stuff now and like see how much better they can be improved. But at the same time, it's like I got too many more ideas. I want to just keep going forward too, right? It's like, I guess that's been done.
That being said,
I was just asked today about the Kowakian Warrior. The guy's like, "Hey man, I love that. You're gonna make any more of those? Let me know if you're gonna. I'll get a couple of them." And I was like, the mold's toast. But maybe someday I'll go back to, making another mold of it. I don't know.
I like that our horses.
It's a big maybe, but a maybe.
Are pretty similar.
Yeah,
I like that our horses are pretty damn near the same fucking color.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
sexy.
if you notice, I like blue. Blues and greens. Yeah. I like that color. You're going to see a lot of that from me.
You know what's crazy about this one, Crumbs, and you'd probably say the same thing, man, is how... Okay, so I don't want to say the legs are thin because they're not thin, but you would think that after being exposed to the heat or warm temperatures, these might want to warp or something like that. I mean, like, you can't see it here, but this thing stands like a champ. Yeah. I set it down. I mean, and it stands. You know what? I just noticed it. If you hold this in the light, you can see like a little bit of like a clear blue swirl in there. That is sick, dude. Damn.
That childlike wonder moment.
Yeah. Fuck. So good. Dude, so I noticed no magnets for you. I noticed even in Slothra, it looks like it's Glio, so I'm not going to try to pull it apart.
No, Slothra is regular joints, just like they normally are.
Nice. So no magnet work for you at all?
Except for not yet at least. The sloth or the moth wings with sloth's head on it, that one's Glio's pegged. But the 5-point figure one, that's all just standard 5-point figure.
Fuck. Hollow body? Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was tricky. Like the first pour I did of one of those, I was really excited, put it all together. I got some Gorilla Glue and put the hollow body, pieced it all together. And the limbs were just like this. You could shake it, they're freaking flying and flopping all over the place. So I struggled for a while, like, what am I gonna do about that? I was at work and I'm kind of thinking about I work in like a mechanical facility. They do a lot of maintenance. So I'm kind of looking at stuff like, okay, do you add should I add like an O-ring to the inside of that peg to tighten that up? And I was like, that was kind of a pain in the ass just to even find the right O-ring. And I just had this epiphany as I just cut the mold a little bit and make that stem thicker, and you get a much tighter fit. Yeah, just let that resin fill in, right? Fill that void.
Smart, man. Makes it look a lot cleaner probably too than trying to like ram a bunch of Gorilla Glue in to fill the gap and spray it with spray adhesive. And
yeah, I didn't know what to do, and it was right. You would see through it. You'd see all this shit inside there. So yeah. Again, and that was my first kit bash. And going back, I'd probably do something a little bit different. I'd probably be a little bit cleaner with that. It works. It looks okay.
Man, I'm like, what made you decide to go with the swappable hands on this one? Like, I know, like, let's be honest, most dudes in the scene would end up like drilling a hole in the hands, making it so that way that the figure could just like hold like the actual guns or something. You decided to actually like cast up separate hands, man. What drove that
Oh, for the Urban Cowboy?
for the Urban Cowboy? Sorry, I'm all over.
Oh, it's all good. I just wanted to do something with like an older figure, and just I had just had the idea. Let's do it with like let's do it with a head and a knife.
Dude, I
And
love
then-
that. That looks so tight the way you just tugged that off.
Yeah, these ones. So Flex at 90 works really good for the Glyos figures, and I was having such a fucking tough time getting it, and I was just waiting and waiting forever. And I was talking to Ordinary Toys actually, and we were talking about, I don't know, I think it was like 45D, trying that out because it was pretty close to Flex at 90. So I bought some of that, and I was rolling. I was just kicking these things out, right? After a while, I started, because I line them up on a table in my living room. After a while, I start seeing them, they're falling over. I'm like, oh, fuck, what? I kind of ignored it for a second because it's like, oh, who bumped the table or whatever. What it was is the freaking head. The guns, they're cool. The guns, it stands fine. But with the head, it created just more weight and it started to cantilever slowly over time. That freaking 45D would just like, it start to slowly bend and just boom, just fall. So I got like, I don't know, like 6 figures that pretty much can only hold the guns. And I tried thinking of like ways to kind of prop it back a little bit, but I was like, that's kind of ghetto. So I was like, well, I need something more rigid. I moved over to 65D, and I worked with 65D a lot. I made a record out of 65D. That shit's good.
Oh wow.
The bird is the word record that plays.
The bird is the word.
It actually plays.
It plays. But the cool thing about 65D is you get so much more detail out of the figure. Like seriously, like you can just see way more.
Dude, okay, so how, like, did you have to sculpt him new hands or anything? Did you have to sculpt that head? Like, okay, like, how much of this is kit bashed from the original toy even, man? Like, fuck. Like, did that original Sorry, I'm just trying to make sense of, like, did the cowboy originally come with just, like, a knife hand? Like, where did the Indian head come from? Where did the double gun come from?
He had 2 guns. He was like this, was holding like 2 revolvers.
Okay.
That was it. The head is it's like was it like Nika brand? It's Jason Voorhees' mom from Friday the 13th. It's his mom's head.
Damn.
I found one on eBay. I was like, I needed to find something the same size as this guy's head, right? To make it work. Can't use a G.I. Joe head or anything like that. It's too small. So I was like, I just Google searched, I don't know, decapitated head or something. Probably not a good thing to Google search.
You're like, shit, how do I delete this?
Yeah. How do you get rid of decapitated heads?
Yeah, so I'm sitting around Googling decapitated heads, right?
It's for toys. Come on, man. Like,
yeah, right.
I never would have guessed, man. That is so friggin' dope.
Yeah.
I like how
that's Jason's mom's head.
Wow, dude.
Good grab, man. Did you just super glue it to a hand? Like, what the? Again, I don't like.
The hands are his still. Yeah.
Jeez.
I just cut the gun off, the handle of the gun, and then my son had these had these figures that kind of had the right size weapons. So I was like, oh, I got to steal some toys from you again, man. I'm sorry.
So good, man.
Dude, so man.
Yeah, and the card back for that, the header card, I want to do something different for that too. Oh, I don't have any. I got like a mock-up one, but it's not one of the official ones. This is just like printed on paper.
That's dope though, man.
So this is
Yeah. Dude, I love what you did with gluing or making the hand and the weapon all one piece, dude. To me, it is super frustrating, dude, when you get a piece that comes with weapons and the weapons either don't fit right, or they slide around, or if you try to pose them in a certain way, then they fall out. And then dude, you just totally just wipe that whole issue away, dude. That's crazy. That's very, very smart, dude. I love that.
Thank you. There's one out of the batch. So I made a shit ton of these, but like I said, I got 5 I want to sell tomorrow. I got 2 that I want to give away on the show tonight.
Oh,
and for sure. But I forget what I was even going with that. I got all excited about the giveaway.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, yeah, fuck all the other stuff. So you're giving 2 away, huh?
Whatever.
Hey, real quick, dude. So you are on the Toys on Tap show tomorrow.
That's what I was talking about.
The sales thing. So maybe just clue us in a little bit. How is that going to work, dude? Do you have a specific time slot that you're going to be in, and then is it like as soon as we see your face, we start claiming, or how does that work?
So it starts at 7 Pacific. I'm not sure if everyone's going to be on the screen all at the same time. It's on Instagram Live, or if we're just going to go on one after another. The lineup that I have on my story, that's the lineup that's the order that we're going to go in. So I'm kind of like midway. Start with General Porps. Then I think it was Barry Boba or Epoxy Crusader. I don't remember. Might have got those 2 mixed. But we get about 10, 15, 20 minutes to basically say, hey, I got this. Claim in the comments. Anyone that's got, any figures in a store or anything like that, by all means, I think they can say, hey, go to this site. Kind of promote their other stuff too.
Nice. And is it the urban, I don't want to say just, Crumbs punished me a little while ago, chastised me for saying just. Is it the Urban Cowboy tomorrow, or do you have other stuff too?
It's just the Urban Cowboy.
There you go. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a totem with it. You're gonna get. I got bears. I got more of those bears.
Sweet.
I got some Monchichis. I don't know if anyone would be interested in those. I was just casting in for fun.
Dude, no, you don't.
Yeah, I got a couple here.
Bro, not me.
Okay,
but
I don't know.
I don't know who wants a Monchichi. I seen it at an antique flea market. I was like, oh, dude, I got it. He's sick. He's kind of like he's laying in bed and he's got a little like a cold bag on his head or whatever you call those.
Yeah,
like a water bag or whatever, heat thing. I don't know.
That's
well, Monchichi. Oh, man.
Crumbs, are you familiar? Are you familiar with those, Crumbs?
I'm not, but I'm so sorry. I really, really, really quickly. It's gonna have to be grabbed for the clip, dude. When he said he had 2 pieces for the giveaway, the girly squeal I've never heard you. Priceless.
I'm just happy for the viewers that they get a chance to win one of those, man. What a great prize. The Monchichis. So Crumbs, you're not familiar with those. And honestly, dude, I'm not super familiar with them either. But here's what I do know is that my sister collected the shit out of those when we were kids.
Oh yeah, they all suck their thumb, right?
Yeah, exactly, dude. And so this whole time that I've been doing this toy thing for the last 3 years, my sister has asked me for one thing and one thing only. Does anybody make any monchichis? And up to this point, I'm just like, fuck no. People don't even know what those things are.
Who's
you know
doing
what I mean?
monchichis?
Yeah, right. And this guy comes with a Bob's Big Boy and some monchichis, dude. Holy shit, Colin. We may be related. That's insane, dude. That's awesome, man. So are those for sale, or are you throwing those in?
Throw-ins.
Throwing them in. Nice. This guy having a beer. It's fucking American right here. Look at this guy.
I thought it was orange juice.
It is foamy orange juice.
It's OJ.
You're gonna fool me. I thought it was just
It's
a pulpy OJ.
It's citrusy, a little hoppy too.
What beer are you drinking over there? Now I gotta know.
It's a local brewery, or from a local brewery, Citra, on the dock of the bay.
Ooh.
Nice. Now, where are you at, man? You're in Wisconsin, correct?
Yeah.
How you guys feel about the Brett Favre thing, man? How's that going? Or not Brett Favre, but Aaron Rodgers tripping.
I'm personally just glad it's over with. Just go on, go away.
Yeah.
Everyone that I know feels the same way. I'm more upset about the Bucks losing in the playoffs so quickly.
Dude.
That was a big upset. I'm not a huge basketball fan, but hell, it's the freaking Bucks, and yeah.
Wow. So Crumbs, just to clue you in. So the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship last year. Would be Colin's local NBA basketball team there. This year they went into the playoffs as the number 1 seed, and there's 8 seeds, and they go 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6 in the first round. The Bucks, I hate to repeat this, Colin, but the Bucks lost to the number 8 seed, Miami Heat, I believe. Jimmy
Is that
Butler,
like the first time in history? I don't know,
bro.
Butler lit it up.
You know what, dude? I remember when the Denver Nuggets did it with Dikembe Mutombo back in the day, and they upset the number 1 seed. I think the number 1 seed that year was like the Sonics were super good. The Sonics aren't even a fucking team anymore in Seattle. But anyways, Crumbs is like, I don't give a shit about the last 4 minutes of this show.
Sports ball.
Gave me time to throw names into the wheel, man. I'm cool with it. Sport it up.
Yeah. So I speaking of the wheel, I'm writing a book. There's this little pamphlet. It's called "How to Win at the Wonder Wheel."
That is gold right there, dude.
I think I'm going to be selling these maybe tomorrow. I don't know.
After your next win, maybe.
Yeah. And inside, it says, so like how to win at the Wonder Wheel, right? It's simple. Just watch and play, dingus. It's that
pretty simple.
Watch Toyz Alive. They hook you up.
Oh, that is so awesome, dude. Another direction would be you just change your name to HasBeen Toys, and there's a very good chance you're gonna win. Dude, that's awesome, dude. Holy crap, man.
I've got pretty lucky on all those. And really the artists that I've gotten from you guys is really awesome. It's definitely people that I got on my list to buy from, you know. And then it's so awesome to get one in hand, and then you're like, shit, I got to get more from that dude.
Yeah, dude, and that's kind of one of the points, you know, behind it all. And I think one of the benefits to people when they do their own giveaway on the show or when they donate something is that you're getting a piece to somebody who may not have bought it on the front end for whatever reason. Maybe they just never saw it, but now you have just another person out there who has your work, and hopefully they're telling people about it and posting about it and whatnot.
I cherish all of it too, man. That's do know that it goes on the top shelves.
You know, we're all collectors. I think we've all had it like where it's just a heavy win, man, whether it be for like a week, a month, where like you just see a parcel come in and like you know what it is, or like you just get a certain piece and like it feels so good, man. And like even I know like when dudes do the giveaways, it's like it's crazy to me that it's like, dude, you're just doing that for somebody. Like you're just giving somebody a piece that could really make their fucking day, week, or year. Like it's sick, man.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people in this scene that have tossed pieces of B's way to get out into the world is wild to me, man. He sent me a picture the other day of a stack like this fucking high. Just being like, these are all going out in the world. And you're just like, what the fuck?
That's
man?
Pretty cool, guys. That's pretty cool.
But it's just crazy to me how you guys do it. Like even B at one point was like, man, we got a backlog of giveaway pieces that have been donated. They're like, I've got to start showing. And you're just like, what the fuck, man?
Well, you got the 1 year coming up, right? That's gonna be a big one for giveaways.
Oh my God, dude.
Right? Yeah.
Bro. And you know what, man? Yes. And get on the wheel on that one, dude. Next week we're gonna I was gonna close with that today, dude, but next week or in 2 weeks, I guess, for the 50-second show, we have some amazing shit, dude. To be given away. It's fucking dude what people have donated and just like, yeah, I sent an extra one. I'm like, holy shit, man. Anyways, Yuckamuck with Yuckamuck with the comment, how to win on the wheel. Step 1, be HasBeen Toys. Step 2, don't be HasBeen Toys. It's really that simple, man. That's okay, so cool, man. So tomorrow night, 7:00, you're gonna be on with Abe. You got the Urban Cowboy coming out. You got 5 of those. That's a 5-inch figure, swappable hands.
So that's yes. There's one of them though. One of the 5 is really pissing me off, and I might not sell it. If I do, I'm gonna sell it at a discount because the machine gun. It's not that one. I think it's this guy right here. The machine gun doesn't quite fit as nice as I would want it to. So I might be selling one at a discount tomorrow also for what it's worth.
It's a one-off.
Sure.
Charge more for it.
The hands just sitting
I thought about I know as like an artist, and I kind of feel this way too. It's like I don't want a lot of pieces going out there that are not great. I try not selling stuff that has bubbles in it. I keep a lot of that stuff. I give a lot of stuff to people at my work. I'll walk around to the different departments. It's kind of cool seeing, the ETs, the Indians and stuff up on people's toolboxes and desks. I get a kick out of that. But I thought about having like a lesser than sale, or like let's just sell like at a like deep discount. There's stuff that I got around here that I don't know, not going anywhere really.
Yeah. Maybe what you do is maybe you call
there should be like a show of that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you know what, dude? You have Isle of Miscast Toys, right, by Barrio Boba,
and the Scraps show. But
there you are. Yeah.
Admittedly, and I've dreamt about it for a while, and
it almost looks like that stuff's made for the show, though.
It feels that way.
It's so cool looking.
Yeah.
See,
true.
One of my favorite data pieces is Mal Daltis. I talk about it all the fucking time, but it's artist shit, where this guy basically wanted to be able to give the buyer like the most intimate piece of himself. So he basically crafted a bunch of cans, sealed them up, and priced it at the weight of gold. I think an artist's shit show would be pretty fucking dope, where it's literally just everybody's like, it's their shit, man. And so that way it's a good way for artists to get rid of those miscasts or those less than perfect. And you're knowingly buying their shit. It's kind of intimate because like they don't share those quote unquote failures with anybody or those miscasts with anybody. So you're getting an intimate piece. You're getting some of their shit.
Show.
It's a shit show.
It's a shit show,
like
man. Oh,
dude, there you go.
Yep.
You got me beat, Crumbs. I was going to tell him to call it just a sale.
What's so fun in that?
It's a little bit less, right? It's just a sale. That's all it is.
Fuck.
The shit show, bro. That's a great one. Somebody mark that down. The shit show. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, call it a shit show. That is good,
dude. So one thing on a serious note, man, a lot of your pieces, dude, for some reason, and I think it's probably just by coincidence, right? That with the Bob's Big Boy, like that is very close to me from my childhood, and is it to you too? Another one that you mentioned too, man. And I'll be the first to admit, like I don't read books. I know I should. I read a lot of like technical and industry books and stuff like that. I read a lot of articles, but not a lot of front to back, books. One of the books that I do remember reading as a kid was Indian in the Cupboard. And this Indian piece right here, man, dude, this one just has all the feels in it. I know you threw this in for free. I did a really cool post a while back that showed like the 3 stages of these 3 Indians that I have.
That was a dope picture, man.
Yeah, man. And you know what? And that thing, that was, bro, that right there, the way that those 3 were set up. Now, just to give you some background, Crumbs, I think you probably remember this too. I have this one right here, and then I have another one that has like probably halfway glitter, and then it comes a solid all glitter. So it looks like this Indian is literally fading into nothing as you see it. And it's crazy, man. That one, yeah.
That was a crazy situation when you had all those at the same time, man. To be able to get that shot, that is fatty.
Every one of those was sent to me at a different time.
That's what I mean. What a crazy situation for all those to end up in your hands at one time.
Yeah, dude. And man, I like that one, dude. But my question about the piece was, what was it about this piece that made you want to cast this one and give it away as a freebie, man? I think it's just a super fucking classic toy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know how to explain that.
That's really cool that one means so much to you. I've seen your posts and your messages to me. I think that's really rad that it spoke to you like that. Yeah, it's a throw-in. It's just an old metal frickin' Indian. I think I picked it up in an antique store. I loved how the paint was kind of chipped off and chipping away at it. A little bit more chipped away as I did the mold.
I'm sorry, did you say is that metal?
Yeah. I don't know if it's cast iron or what. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe cast iron.
Rad.
I don't know. Yeah.
Bro, you talk about it.
I like
right there.
I like going to antique stores a lot, and antique flea markets. And I always, whatever catches my eye, right?
Toys.
That's like, dude, when I see like Zymot doing his stuff, and you see all those chalk figures. You know what I'm saying? And there'd be like pigs,
dude, his collection's insane, dude. When he was posting up some of those shelving units the other day, it was like, and then even posted one being like, this is what inspires me a little bit more than like G.I. Joes and stuff. And in my head, I was like, yo, yeah, like tchotchkes.
I always wanted to make something out of one of those. It's like, but there's this dude that does it, and he just fucking kills it, man. And that's Zymot. He fucking kills it. Because they'd be such an easy thing to cast. They're just the shape of them. They'd just be like a dump mold, like a one-piece mold. I bet you could just freaking rip those things out. Although I've seen some of his molds, and he gets crazy with his mold making. That last gorilla, like, oh my god, the gorilla with the headdress and everything going on. That was an insane mold.
And then the paint apps.
That's next level shit. Yeah.
Bro, so did you see this? Did you see the post where he was talking about, those big apes that are coming out tomorrow, by the way? I'm very much looking forward to that. But he said he was just trying to fill space up in there, right? And that post.
Gravel?
Dude, and video game controllers. There's video game controllers in there, bro. Just to fill up space. Wii controllers, Nintendo 64 controllers. Said he rated the here's a little fun fact about Zimitco is they repair video game parts and video game controllers. Crazy. So they rated the electrical part, threw those pieces in there, to cover
That's
up,
cool shit.
to take up room, and boom, here we go, dude. But you're right, dude. The work coming out of there is not only is there a ton of it, but it's
he's
insane,
a machine.
dude.
Yeah. That is quite an operation.
Multiple machines, absolutely, dude.
He was one of the first people I followed going down the early on. Yeah.
It's always kind of blown me away that their Instagram following doesn't necessarily match the output of resin and sales that they acquire, though. Because like they just put out so much work, man. You'd assume that they must have like a larger following for like how much ass they're busting all the time, and shit sells. So it's like, whatever. That being said, dude, since COVID's ended, how have you found resin casting and like doing the toy hustle? I know you mentioned you needed like a hobby, but now COVID times been kind of stopped. Workflow is kind of like a little bit more picked up, I'm sure. How have you been finding that? With
I slowed down. Yeah, I slowed down casting quite a bit. It took like eternity to bust out all those urban cowboys. Just making a few, a week, not really bust out too much. Plus, my goal was to actually drop those in January. Here we are, So I've been sitting on those for quite some time. I wanted to make way more, and I still can. The mold's still good. I kind of ran out of resin, and just like, 5's good for now. Oh, that's one thing I want to mention. Just because I have a drop and I sell 5 figures, like the molds are still good. Like the half pint Hans and shit like that. The Violent Smurf, those molds are still good. If anybody wants to hit me up or whatever, I'm more than happy to do a custom for you. You tell me what colors you like. I'm all about making that kind of stuff and get more out in the world.
That was a great point, man. And so my next question would be: is after those 5 sell tomorrow, are you going to be making more of those?
Yeah, I'll be making more.
Sweet. Those are definitely going to sell. Those are going to go quick.
I'll be making more, but I'm kind of one of those guys. Like, I might make 3 more. I don't know. I might make 4, and then because like I said, I got ideas. I got a box full of figures that I want to do shit with. So I kind of like to move on, and I'm kind of an advocate of not playing shit out. Like I could have kept doing ETs all day, those are so easy and stuff, but it's like, I don't want to play it out. Let's move on, do something different, right?
Nice. Yeah, dude, that's another good one. That Violent Smurf, that's another great one. Steven,
I have a card back idea for that. So I might bring back the Violent Smurf only to have it on a card back, because I got a really good idea for that. I need someone with a little more artistic talent than myself to make that happen.
Well, I'm sure somebody out there would jump in.
Hit me up, yeah. Hit me up, yeah.
That's cool. So tomorrow, just or the Urban Cowboy tomorrow, and then so let's say the Urban Cowboy, once that's going to sell out tomorrow, I'm sure. What's going to be next after that?
It's ET related. I got another one with and I think that's just going to be a fun one. I got more fun ones to do than I've done a lot of things with guns and stuff like that. I'm going to do something. I'm going to switch it up a little bit, do something a little more nice.
But shit, man, I didn't mean to put you on the spot
funny,
there. Yeah, but you're still making though. Still, it's going to be another original piece.
Oh, that's yeah. Cool. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, nice. I got 3 actually that I got on the docket that I want to do.
Nice. I love how the eyes are going as if like you're looking at them somewhere, like on another desk or something, man.
Yeah, like, they're over there. they're just patiently waiting.
Oh, man,
that's funny.
So, out of curiosity,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry, man.
There has been quite a steer towards like the black light type stuff. So I've been trying to incorporate a lot of that in the in the new figs. Even with the Urban Cowboys, I used like neon pigment for those. It's kind of hard to tell, and I was kind of thinking about how difficult it's going to be during the claim sale, because I don't know if you can see on the screen. Maybe when they're next to each other, yeah, you can see a little bit better. This is blue. It's got some blue swirl, and this is kind of like a green, right? I don't know if it really picks
I like
up
the opaqueness. Like, am I crazy to say it? Like, they are kind of opaque, right?
Oh yeah, it's 65D. They're solid.
Yeah.
That's why you get all that detail from them. Because it's like, and I'm not knocking the ones that I'm giving away tonight, but
no.
I'm not knocking those, because I got a golden boy here. You just don't see the detail as much. These are all like preliminary. Like early on, I'm just trying to figure out what material I'm going to use. So this was Flex at 90. Golden Sparkle Boy here.
The size of those, dude.
And then, so this was out of that 45D, that cantilever over. But what I did is I just left a little bit of chunk. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
On the bottom. So he tilts back a little. You don't see it when it's standing, but it just keeps him from tipping over. So he's good to go.
Yeah, man.
And these are these light up. Let's see if I can find my.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what I got.
That light went off
back here.
Quick, homie. You got that mood setting going. Ooh.
So it's that clapper. Let's see what I got over here that's glowing. Fletch, big ups to that. Thank you, Fletch.
Dude, oddly enough, that might be one of the coolest pieces. I don't know if anybody's got a logo that's that dope as a piece.
What
is that?
Dude, a Snuffleupagus? Did you make that?
That's going to. This is going out tonight for a winner, or with a winner.
See, and I was gonna ask you if you've dabbled in. I was gonna see if you've dabbled in the paint apps yet, and clearly yes.
A little bit. I started small, like there's the eyes and a little bit of the mouth.
That's all that's needed in that guy, man. That is sick.
So
what are you jotting down there, Beast? Snuffleupagus too?
Cowboys that go out.
Oh, damn.
Yes, Crumbs. That's exactly what I'm doing
tonight. Also,
I am literally making a shopping list to send this guy. I'm like, hold on, I don't have one of those. And then he drops his Snuffleupagus on me. Sheesh. Wow, dude.
I think I gave who got the first one I casted? It wasn't painted. I don't think. No, I don't think it was painted. But yeah, I've only given away like one of those, I believe.
Dude, those are great, man.
Yeah, and those are great. Two lucky winners tonight. We'll get one too, along with Urban Cowboy.
Well, those are nice.
So B, you want your name added to the wheel? Is that what I'm here?
You know what? I'm thinking in my mind, like, you know what? Fuck this host stuff, man. I'm just gonna start chiming into Crumbs running the show and just be like, hey man, put me on the wheel. Nah, dude. Those are great, dude. Like, congrats already to whoever takes those home. Those are freaking badass.
Thanks.
And dude, thank you for providing those, dude. Holy smokes. Now, we did not know that those were even going to be given away tonight, but dude, not one, but two of those. And those are badass.
Surprise.
Dude, yeah, right. And just, the whole concept, right? So what year do you think that came from?
I gotta pay it forward, man. What, the Snuffleupagus?
No. The Urban Cowboy, the original figure. What year do you think that's from?
50s.
50s?
Mid-50s?
So yes. So
I don't know.
What I'm saying
maybe?
is just that, the look and the pose, and it has that kind of older look, but then you throw these two new age badass weapons in them. Fuck, dude. Awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome
that's kind of the idea, right?
The weapons, but also that bow and knife and a head.
Yes. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I just
So-
hacked your head off, and here it is.
That's exactly the point. Like take an old school like Western dude
Yeah.
and give him modern weaponry. There's a grenade and a handgun down there too.
So let me ask you this, bro. Like, you don't have to give away any secrets or anything like that, but is there any possibility of that being a series of figures, or is it just kind of the one and done?
That's kind of a good question. I could do like a couple more of those. That'd be kind of fun. I didn't actually
Well,
haven't thought about it. I'd be happy to make more of those because, like I said, the mold's still good. I really like the Glyos thing. It's just fun to do. There's like a satisfaction, and it's pleasurable to snap those on and off.
Yeah.
You get that pop. It's just fun. Oh, that was my other goal tonight. I'm trying to do as many like innuendos for Jazz Wizard.
I was just gonna say
I want like Jazz Wizard to have like a fucking aneurysm tonight. I kind of missed the mark on that. Sorry, Jazz, I let you down.
Dan, meanwhile,
Yeah, go ahead, Grumps.
no, you go.
I was just gonna say, at every turn when there's something said, I'm going silver platter, Jazz, go for it. Yep, go for it. And what's funny is people in the chat are saying it as I'm thinking it too, dude. That is hilarious.
I missed the chat. I fucking love watching the chat and being part of that. I kind of missed that tonight.
It throws you off when you're not in that chat.
Yeah.
They're more a family than we are over here.
This
Fuck,
shit
dude.
cracks me up all the time.
They're
It's
on
so
that
funny,
ball.
dude. Dude, have you seen that little meme of it's like a cat sitting at a computer and its paws are just going like this, like typing so fast, dude? Like, dude, that's Jazz tonight. He's taking so many notes. Got a secretary sitting next to him, like dishing him, like, you've done all, gotta get this one. We love you, Jazz. God, dude. So funny.
Cheers, Jazz.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. 100%. 100%.
Now I'm kind of curious. What would you say is probably like the favorite, like your favorite thing you've made to date, man? If you had to pick.
Slothra.
Yeah.
Yeah, the card back, the bubble, the articulation. That was hands down my favorite thing to make. That made me feel like I made a toy. It moves, the arms move, the legs move, the head moves. It's got an accessory. I made a toy. That's when I thought, I was like, all right, that's official. All this other stuff, it's like that's Hobby Lobby, man. Then anyone can really do that. But that one took a little more effort. Card back, all that shit.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. The great point. It's the whole package, dude. It's and it's not just that it's a really great idea as far as a figure goes, but the cast on that is super clean, man. Like really, really good work too. And the quality of the backer, the feel of the backer. You know what I mean? It's like it's not sticky to the touch. God dang it! There you go, Jazz. And it's perfect, dude. You know what I mean? It's very, very good quality stuff for this to be like so this is your first carded piece, correct?
It is. Yeah, that is too. Another good.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So first carded piece, man. And it is, I mean, it's really, really well done. Anyways, man, great work. That's a great choice for your favorite piece so far.
I was super stoked to use a Chad punch. I went and bought one. I was like, oh, I fucking bought it. I'm going to use it, right? But I regret using it on that card back. I wish I didn't. Because who's going to hang that? It's got fucking bubbles. So, like, no one's going to hang that. Like those.
That's the thing. You can't really hang it. I found out because it's
no, you can't. It's balanced.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's balanced. Try it out. It's balanced, but.
Yeah.
So personally,
you would need a hanger like this fucking long.
That's okay. So that's exactly what I was about to say. You know how when you buy those, I don't want to call them shitty in case anybody's at home and they have these, but there's those crappier curtain rods that are thin metal that essentially they've got the bracket in the middle that supports it. And it's literally just got a big long screw part, and then it's like this long of metal with a stupid big giant like C hook at the end.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah. That would work.
There
But
you
I was
go.
like,
Problem solved.
I bought this punch. I'm using it. It was one of those.
I don't blame
So
you,
then I
man.
started, I've sold others after that release. And I just asked the question. I was like, hey, do you want it punched or do you just want it blank? And they're usually like, yeah, just leave it blank. And it looks way better that way too.
Hey, I'm curious.
It really does.
Have you ever had anybody actually say, because I have had an artist recently reach out, be like, what the fuck do I do about this? Has anybody actually said, hey, Mr. Ultraviolet, reach out to B to the J. He wants to get your address. That they want it without a backer?
No, actually, no. And I wouldn't
There you
supply
go.
it without a backer anyway. That's
There
all
you
part of
go. That's
the,
what's
part
up.
of the deal, man. Yeah, it's a whole package.
I like to hear that, man. I would have to agree that, like, because you guys are in, like, always remember this, all those, you guys at home making, you're in charge. Right? Like,
That's part of it, right?
you get to make that call, man. And I love to hear that in your brain. You're like, yeah, no, it's the whole package. Absolutely. I like that, dude.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just real quick.
That was for
dude,
jazz too.
Yeah, right. Mr. Ultraviolet, you won something 1, 2, 3 weeks back. If you could send me on Instagram either a place where I can send this to, either to my account, to Crumb's account, or to the Toys Alive account, that would be great. I will send that out ASAP. It was a very cool again. So yeah, maybe I've sent you something before. Yeah, let me know. Anyways, so yeah, speaking of giveaways, let's do one. Yeah.
Do it.
You're feeling it? All right. If anybody hasn't already spoken up, please speak up. I'll toss you into the name. Mr. Ultraviolet, you're going into the wheel right now. Well, let's take a look here.
Are we giving away one of the Urban Cowboys right now? Or is it something different?
I'm just
Your
following
call.
your guys.
All right, yeah. We'll do this one.
Ooh,
Sorry, man.
This
I'm
is
out
the
to
set.
lunch.
Here, let me set the mood.
Oh shit, Mr. Ultraviolet.
I should really set the mood. Hold on. Oh, is that even better?
That's sexy.
And they glow. Oh, that totem's good. Kind of.
Yeah, way nice.
Still hard to see in the. I got a little light going on in the back here, so I'm not completely blind. But yeah.
Yuck
Such a good
says,
figure, man.
Yuck says, put old HasBeen Toys up there.
A lot of entries tonight, so I do apologize if I've missed anybody. If anybody wants to get in on there is always a little bit of a lag, so please chime on in. Otherwise, I've got Johnny Marbles, Pocket Salsa, Shed Quarters Creations, Robert Blue, Mr. Ordinary, Jazz Wizard, Giacomo, DT O'Keefe, Brett Porpoise, Recycled Galaxy, Dre Aziz, Breakfast Wizard, Skilled One, James Arson Toys, Death and Strawberries, Uncle Spank, Nim Studios, Rainbow Kiss, Pocket Salsa, Zanon, Burial Boba, Mike Stratford, Strength 7, Bootleg Toyco, Bliss Perceptor, PK Mates, Suki, Folkloria, New Transylvania, Von Fake Name, Fletcher, Sandvik, King Dingus, Bubba Drop, Kyle Kerwin, Jack Skykes, Carolina Cool Cat, Toys on Tap, Stephen Bakes, Mr. Ultraviolet, and Owen Johnson. So if I've missed anybody, and also Skyjack, sorry about that street fight. Messed that up there, homie. I don't know how B landed on that, but that is definitely what we're going with for ever and ever. Absolutely. And hey, good catch, Porpoise. Collins on the wheel. Let me double check here. How did I make that? Bound to happen, man. How am I so blind? Or are you fucking with me? Now, I can't tell. You guys are all a bunch of trolly bastards, but I don't even see them on here. So now I feel like I'm being lied to. Well, if you win it, then you win it.
Shed Quarters says throw him in, see if he wins.
Oh,
no doubt.
Somebody said Pocket Salsa on there twice. Thanks, Pocket Salsa, man. I'm glad you caught that, dude. My brain obviously isn't working. Mac. That makes so much more sense though now. Mr. Ordinary, yes. All right. I think I've given you guys long enough. Gonna give it a good old spin. The HasBeen Wheel of Wonder. Accurate.
Yeah, basically.
Carolina Cool Cat. That's what's up.
Nice.
Right on.
Blinkers.
Hey, I was making when I was making these Urban Cowboys, Carolina Cool Cat reached out to me and he's like he's kind of giving me tips on the glyos on the molds, and he's kind of showing me a little bit of how he does it. He's doing the right thing. Congrats, man.
Dude, what a great win, dude.
He's doing the right thing.
He's doing the right thing.
Wow. Congrats, Carolina Cool Cat. Good one, man.
His idea is definitely better than mine.
Dude, when it comes to Glyos, man, his Glyos work is freaking on point, dude.
I believe it.
Yeah, everything that I have from him, it is like you get that pop every time, dude. It's really, really sharp.
Well, he's saying it's more like, I mean, I know that when you make the mold for the pegs, it's good to have a good chunk of silicone or material there to hold that peg into place. But there's one side on my mold that it doesn't hold it as well, and I end up getting here. These are all my fuck ups over here. I end up getting freaking pegs in the hat. Can you see it? It's right there.
Oh wow!
And then here, this one. It's like the same spot. It just wants to. That's its house. You know, that's where it's gonna live. So yeah, those are kind of miscast.
They look cool.
Yeah, I could just see shit show.
Shit show.
There you go.
Shit
$5.
show.
Shit show. Not even $5. I'll throw those. I'll just give them to you. Pay for shipping.
Dude, you show those to like.
I'd pay that.
Oh no!
It's so surreal to me sometimes how it's like you put those up for sale on like an IG thing like tomorrow or anything like that, they would go no problem to dudes like us. You go to one of those like flea market craft punk rock flea markets, 50-50. And it could be dope and it's a 50-50.
And you know what, dude? And how about this, dude? Like, what if you took a piece like that and entered it into like the Salvador Dali show that was a year or two ago? You know what I mean? That would fit right in because it's just that kind of like that regular pieces that have a little bit of a bizarre look to them. But, or like you said, the aisle of miscast toys or scraps. I think that one fits in so many, you know, and we're talking about a piece that's supposed to be fucked up, right? I mean, he's talking about giving it away for free. And we're like, well, it could fit here, here, and here. I think that really speaks to just what a fucking dope piece that is. I mean, we're talking about how dope it is, and it's not even a clean piece. You know what I mean? And I'm like, shit, I'd buy that. I'd buy that for 20.
I like the scale, dude.
Yes.
That's insane, B. You should not buy that for $20. Say no. Don't know.
That being said, who would you say is one of your favorite makers in the scene right now?
Oh man. Cool question. I've always liked Hurt Toys. I don't own enough of his stuff. And then General Porpoise comes out. Ordinary Toys comes out. Like these are guys that I see out the gate. There's Titty Beans, there's Killer Bootleg, you know, those guys, they got it down, right? There's just something about the I guess like at the moment Ordinary Toys, he's so new to the scene, and it just reminds me of what it's about right now, and he's doing such a good job with his figures that it's like, God, those are epic fucking pieces. And that's Bootleg Toys, like that.
It's invigorating.
Toys, General Porpoise, you know, those guys, they're just like Titty Beans. I mean, those to me, those are Bootleg Toys. They look cool. And there's guys like Eddie, right? And he's so fucking punk rock that he keeps he just pumps out so much stuff, right? And I don't know, he really took the wind out of my sails, I gotta say, because my next project was G.I. Joe guys. And after seeing what he's doing, it's like, oh man, he's killing it. Those are so good too. I can't follow that. I'll probably make something because I want to do it. But yeah, it won't be anytime soon because his boa fucking head and figures they're so cool.
Now, if you had to name off a toy that you remember as a kid was probably like the favorite toy or one that you clung on to the most, your go-to grab.
You're gonna hate it.
Joe?
G.I. Joe guys. It's G.I. Joe guys. I'm fucking with you.
Yo, but,
I'm fucking with it.
Was it though, out of curiosity, as a kid?
Yeah, hands down. The articulation of a G.I. Joe and the cars that they could go in.
So I was actually going to ask you, man. Like
playing army as a boy, yeah, all day, man. That was hands down the G.I. Joe guy. I was starting to kind of get out of toys. I don't know. I was maybe 9 when Ninja Turtles came out, 8-ish, and I was like, those are whack, because they didn't move like a fucking G.I. Joe guy. Same with He-Man. Same with Star Wars. I mean, all classic toys. Don't get me wrong, but nothing moved like you could do like flying sidekicks with a fucking G.I. Joe guy.
Mm. Yeah, okay.
Anywho,
I can
I'm
see
not
how.
bashing.
But I can see how as a kid
I have all those toys too. That's nostalgic for me. But G.I. Joe guys, the articulation of a G.I. Joe guy, that was next level shit.
Okay,
yeah. You could put him in cars like a Bevanese.
It didn't weird you out, the butts and dick part being like this weird Speedo triangle as a kid?
That was my favorite part. That was my favorite part, hands down. You could do like, oh shit, I wish I had one in front of me. I used to do like this undulation with it, so you can kind of like, I know everybody out there that had a G.I. Joe guy, they did this. They kind of made it like hump. It would like undulate, little thrust. Maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just me. But you can make them dance. You can make them do a little thrust.
That's funny. Dude, you know what I have sitting here right next to me, dude? I forgot about this. Is the little coin.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Holy shit. Dude. The heads
Dang,
I win,
man.
The heads I win, tails you lose, dude. This is a great one.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was so when I was on Toys on Tap, he was asking me like what are some of my first things I did. And I totally drew a blank, and I was like, I kind of thought he was asking like what are the first things I sold, and not made. But yeah, it was definitely the first things I made was the skeleton that Crumbs has, because I was making the sheet ghosts for him, and along with those, I was like, oh, I got to think of a throw-in for that. And it was going to be those heads I win, tails you lose coin. I actually had that from as a kid. I have no idea where the hell I got it. I got like a trinket. You got like your cigar box full of frickin' whatever from your dad, or pennies, coins. That was one of the coins that were in there. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna cast that, see how it looks.
Came out great, dude. It looks really, really good.
And that's another thing that would cast better if it was opaque. Like when it's clear, you can't really see a whole lot what's going on there.
That's kind of part of the treat.
I was adding a lot of white pigment to most of those, just so you can kind of see the detail.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It is pretty translucent. I was gonna try to put it closer to the camera, but I don't think that is gonna help any. But anyways, yeah, really cool. That's a really
that was fun to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very.
But dude, just kind of going back to what you were saying too about some of these newer artists or guys that that you're kind of into. Dude, I think you hit it right on the head. You're talking about the guys that you mentioned, Hurt and Ordinary, where they just came out of the gate really, really strong, dude. You know what I mean? And it's like,
God, yeah.
They're so good, dude. They are like the Ordinary Toys piece, like you said, dude. Epic pieces. The Celestitron. Do you have one of those?
I do. I traded a Slothra for one.
They're sick. They're so damn
it's insane,
good, dude. Yeah.
It's insane. He's really modest too. Like I don't think he realizes how good it is. So on the last episode you brought up the holster, right? That was the first thing that I noticed when I got that wolf for the arcade void. Oh my god. I was blown away by that.
What a pain in the ass, shit. Right?
You could put the gun in the holster. Man, that's cool. That's cool.
He
won me over. He won me over with that alone. Like I was like, all right, this guy's cool shit.
Yeah,
dude, I literally felt a boner when I heard the squeak on that joint. The new one. Oh damn.
Yeah, the holster is something that I usually see is either the weapon is in there and it's sealed in there, or the top of the holster is just kind of sealed off so you can't put anything in it. But to have a holster that you can put it in, I don't know why. Isn't that funny, dude? Like, it's something that we don't see a whole lot of, and it's something that someone else sees, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." And we're like, "No, you don't understand, man. Like, you can take the gun and put it in now." And they're like, "Yeah, no shit, that's what a holster is." You're like, "No, but you don't get it. He made it."
No. Yeah.
That's a heavy undercut, man. That's a pain in the ass on the mold. You know what I mean?
Well, and he did point out that feature broke on his mold too. So, and I believe it because it's probably just a little fucking tab that hangs in there. I believe it.
Also, man, like, you guys take on some bold endeavors. Like, even what you have behind you there, like, you're not a factory. This isn't as though like this is like your full-time gig. You know what I mean? Like, even you, like, you do runs of these things, and it's insane how you even keep track of what the hell you have going on, in my opinion, man. Like, fuck, even when you consider like how many of the ETs you had at one point all over the table, all the murdering Smurfs that you had, the Kowakian Warrior, the fucking Slothras. It's like that's a lot, dude. Like, it's a lot to do it once. It's a lot to then do it like 5 to 10 times. Impressive.
Yeah, that's no joke. And going back to Ordinary Toys, he hand drew those card backs, which is the text, just the text. If you flip the over and you see all the writing on the back of there, it's like, oh my god, my fucking hands hurt right now just thinking about that.
I felt like being back in school when I saw
that. I was cutting the card backs for the Urban Cowboy. I had to take an X-Acto and cut that out. Oh my god, that was excruciating. I'm glad for now I only got the 5 because I got 6 because I'm doing the giveaways. Those are coming with headers too. But yeah, that was difficult. I was like, oh my god, my freaking hands. I'm old.
Crazy amount of work, dude. The other thing that I like too, dude, we always talk about this, how we hate saying, "Oh man, that's so smart." But dude, like the header on there where it has the Velcro and you lift it up and then you have the Ziploc underneath, bro. You talk about smart. That's smart as fuck right there. It looks very clean, dude.
Barrio does a similar thing with his. I believe so with his. I think you can open up the front of the header, and it's only stapled on the inside of the Ziploc part.
Yes,
I might do that. I might do that with the Urban Cowboy, because I understand the whole thing with the Ziploc on the bottom for ease of access, not destroying the header. It doesn't look nice to me. It don't. Like, I mean, I tried. I gave one to Abe at Toys on Tap that way, and I'm just like, I don't like it as much as it is when it's up there. So I like the idea of just, you can still keep the header and everything together, just flip the top up and only staple the 2 inside parts, right?
Yeah, I think it gives it a more kind of
that's
finished
good call.
look. Yeah, it gives it like a more, almost looks like it, that it's kind of sealed in there. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah, really cool look though, man. Love it.
I don't know why. The more you guys are saying this, my brain is picturing how dope it'd actually be if a toy came in like a grocery bag, just one of those fucking plastic grocery bags, or a brown paper sandwich bag with just like literally like the flap folded and just fucking.
So I like how people are just kind of like thinking out of the box, and I know Resin Blood said it's nothing new in the Kaji world, or not Kaji, but Safubo Safubi the bag.
Soft vinyl stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking cool. I like that bag. that he had the speed racer guy in or whatever that was. That was cool shit.
Yes, the little
Yeah,
burlap sack.
that's what it's. You know, it's kind of like, all right, the scene. It's one thing you got to be original. You try as hard as you can to be original. Which is kind of ironic because you're just copying other toys from the past or whatever. But you're modifying it, you're making it look different. And like packaging and stuff like that, just coming up with new ideas like Ordinary Toys did with his card packs. I saw that too, and I was like, that's fucking smart. And he was probably struggling, trying to think of like, oh, how should I do this and stuff. And that's where his brain went, right? I was like, that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
He's almost setting like new standards by doing that kind of stuff, right?
Well, and even can like not to go there or anything, but even consider like, going back to the backer arts and stuff. One of the things that a lot of people loved about Gulagaba at one point was that he was also doing like the hand-done embellishments to like the card backers. And then here you've got Ordinary Toys, legitimately drawing out every damn part of those headers, man. And some of them, like when they fold them out, like they are a full card back. They've just been folded in half. But that shit's like, it's wild, man. Hand drawn. And then even when it's Xeroxed, hand colored. Here we are. We're supposed to be sitting with HasBeen Toys. We've spent the last, 10, 15 minutes talking about Ordinary Toys.
Well, and the thing, the thing
I'm a collector, man. I appreciate that stuff. I like the scene, man. I like watching what everyone else is doing.
And you know what?
It's inspiring.
I know that you have like that same competitive spirit that happens sometimes with collectors, because there'll be times that you haven't said shit, you haven't story posted anything about a maker, and then all of a sudden you've got one of their toys and you're sharing it in your story, and it's like, whoa, who the fuck's that person? And how'd Colin find them and get one so fast? The hell is that?
There are certain things that catch my eye. Yuckamuck the other day, he did those Ewok Care Bears. And I was like, the paint apps on those were fantastic. And he had a whole set. I was like, that's getting reposted. That's going up on the stories.
Sold out and sold out too, man.
I missed that.
Yeah. And you know what, dude? I think something that's important that we should circle back on is you said that the guys kind of that you were talking about and that we were just also mentioning here was how original some of these characters are, man. Like there's original character development from beginning to end, where there may be some kit bash pieces in there, but you end up coming out with something that's completely different, new name, new story.
Yes.
Definitely Ordinary Toys. Wendigo, dude, that's another one where Wendigo just has some killer pieces, and it's all original shit.
I want something from Wendigo. He's definitely on the list of must-haves. Nim Studios, Jacob, he does he's got quite a world developing in his brain, and with the Agent Jupiter and like all of his stuff, he's a pretty talented guy. I like to see him grow as an artist too. He's already a phenomenal painter. I was gonna
say his paint apps are good.
Wow. Well, not just on his figures, but
no, his actual paintings.
Bears. Oh my god, and owls and whatever. Those are.
Bro, I'll tell you.
He's good.
I'll tell you what, man.
If he could apply that kind of art to like he does a bear, right? And then he applies that style to his shit. That'd be fucking cool. It just reminded me of another maker that does something similar. Like I could see his art on his figures. Shit. Do you guys remember me posting? I can't think of the guy's name, and I'm sorry for that. But it was kind of like I was like a goon or shoot. It was filled with little cowboys and Indians. You guys might not remember that. Anyway, he was selling a whole bunch, and he was not selling them on Instagram. He just posted these. He's going to some art fair or something. Or craft fair. He's gonna be selling these, and I was like, I want one of those really bad. They're fucking cool. And there was two that I wanted really bad, and I could just see like his cool artwork painted on these figures. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I wish I could think of that guy's name because he did good work.
It comes to mind. Hit us with it for sure.
Another guy that comes to mind is Breakfast Wizard. I don't know if you pulled him up with the murder, the fucking Kool-Aid man, the murderer or whatever.
That was great.
That shit.
I love that
his site, his page is funny as shit. The way he does his pictures and stuff. I get a crack out of his page. I like it. I like what he's doing.
Yeah, it's a good one, dude. And just to circle back on Nim Studios, I have always thought, dude, and I mean this in the most respectful way possible. I think that if Jacob made the figures and the ideas that he has, that dude could be like one of the most dangerous people out there as far as well-rounded artists.
That's no shit.
His ideas that he comes up with are like no bullshit, dude. He'll show me something and I'll be like, fuck that. Yes, that's a winner. And then there's another one that's like, yes, I like that too. And then it's something completely different. And you're just like, you know what, man? I think I like that too. And so there, and you're right, dude, his gallery work is just, I mean, we've looked at it here on the show before, dude. It's just it's incredible. Cool. I mean, even digital work, real work. But anyways, Breakfast Wizard too, dude. Good one. God, those Kool-Aid guys, dude, those are great, man. I love those.
I had to have one of those.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like, totally do that. I'm getting that.
I'm making myself a note to circle back on those for breakfast.
That's definitely like a nostalgia grab for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was 100%. Speaking of nostalgia, I was appreciating all the Nickelodeon jargon earlier. That was fun.
You know what, dude? Here's something that I didn't
salute your shorts and hey, dude. Oh my God, yes. Pete and Pete, dude, here's something. Shit.
Yeah, here's something we didn't talk about, but I wanted to mention too was Nickelodeon game shows, dude. Those were the fucking best, man. Right? Double Dare, Finders Keepers. What was that? Legends of the Temple. Yeah. You know what I mean? Man, those were so good.
Yes.
Wow. Those are great, man. Anyways,
that was good times. Yeah. Well, isn't that kind of like? I guess we're all older now, and that's all we think about is just the way things were, you know, the shows we used to watch, the cartoons we used to watch, the toys we used to play with. That's kind of why I do what I do. I try to keep everything that I make from certain eras. Yeah, the urban cowboy goes way back farther than my time, but still vintage nonetheless, you know. I try to keep things older.
I'd say that one definitely almost reminds me, and it is a Marx figure, so it reminds me of almost like those old cowboy and Indian play sets that you'd get, man, like the old plastic ones you'd get, like, you know what I mean?
It was, yeah. Oh, totally.
That's a good grab, man.
Yuckamuck says Guts. That show Guts, dude. That's a great one, man. Good show. Good call, Yuck. Dude, let me ask you this real quick, Colin, because you just said you like making the older stuff, man. Do you think that's an advantage? Or do you think that helps sell? Because I personally think that like nostalgia
I do.
in this community is probably a good portion of sales. You know, for something like a random Snuffleupagus, right? For instance.
Yeah, right.
Sold that. I think a lot of people would buy that.
Maybe. I'm still kind of I'm old school when it comes to being a maker now. I've been doing it for a couple of years, so I always appreciate when I buy stuff. Some of the throw-ins are just as fucking cool as the thing that I bought, and I like to keep that alive. I like to get something that I could probably sell that, but you know what? I'll throw it in.
Yeah,
fuck, it's yours, you know.
Yeah, and the nostalgia.
I mean, and Snuffleupagus. I mean, that's an easy mold. This is a mold dump. It's nothing. It's nothing crazy. Yeah. There's a paint app on it, but it's nothing. It's just fun. It's Snuffleupagus.
That's sweet. I love that. Breakfast Wizard. Goblin Bob in the house. What's up, my man?
Still quite the like ham of resin there, man.
It's weighty. That's a lot of
It's a
resin.
beefy boy, yeah.
But it's a dump. It's a dump. There's probably there's got to be at least 5 layers. That's how good at gauging my my resin pours I am. I got that much fucking resin left.
Yeah, but when you have something right there for an overdump, like, let's be honest, you almost
purposely have more for the dump. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's the giveaways. I still gotta make shit to throw in, right?
Oh my goodness, man.
That's funny. No, it's a dump mold. This is dump mold. Why is there so many layers? Especially right here at the end. Why does it get real layery right here?
Oh shit.
Fuck, man.
Some kind of like some dump molds, they don't work out because if you're mixing certain products, they don't adhere to one another, and you end up kind of fucked. Here's a couple. Like here's like he's missing the top part of his head because when I went to go pull it out of the cast, the top was 65D, and this is like a really gummy rubber. It just didn't stick. So the bottom or the top of his head basically stayed in the mold. So it just sticks up on my toolbox now. Along with some of the garbage.
The cast freaks.
Yeah, the shit show.
Shit show. It's so
I don't
good.
know. That half one's still pretty dope in my opinion, man.
Yeah.
Half a snapper.
Yeah. I like the squishy material. That's fun to work with. Your crumbs, your bear is made out of that. That was I like there's so I'm giving away as one of the throw-ins, one of the bears that I'm giving away tomorrow night with the Urban Cowboy is a squishy one.
Nice.
You know, I try to, so I know a lot of you guys. I know a lot of the guys that buy my stuff, and I try to match the throw-ins with the person. Like Death by Strawberries. You know, it's like all right, I'm thinking Canadian. I'm thinking like I'm gonna keep you standard brown bear. You're getting the fucking brown bear. There you have it. That's definitely got to happen for you.
Canadians and your brown bears, man.
Yeah. But yeah, Death of Strawberries. I thought about, all right, what would this guy dig? You know, and I gave him what I felt was appropriate. So there is thought behind the figures that you guys get as throw-ins.
Nice.
Way too generous.
Toys on tap. There he is. Toys on tap. What's up, man? We were talking about the show.
Hey.
Getting the lowdown from Colin about the setup for tomorrow night. We're very excited. And speaking of giveaways, you want to do another one there, Colin?
The Golden Boy.
The Golden Boy.
The Golden Boy one.
The Golden Beezy.
He's glittery too. I don't know if you can catch the glitter.
Dude, that one looks sick. Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
Everything glows as always.
Jeez, dude.
Here,
that one already looks so
while we're
sick.
doing the wheel, I'll swap the hands while we're waiting for the wheel.
Dude, that was nuts how reflective that glitter got when you turned the lights off, dude. That was sick.
So if anybody wants it on the wheel and hasn't spoken up, please chime in. I'll add you to the wheel. And this is what Colin from has been very kind enough to toss your way. I can't talk.
That's how excited you are. And a Snuffy, dude. Look at that.
Dude, this one,
there.
he's got kind of a gangster, like little slant on his like a gang. So Gangster Snuffleupagus too goes along with the Urban Cowboy here.
There you go. Man, love that. Yuckamuck says put God Mob on. You know what, man? It's funny that you say that. We'll be talking more directly to God Mob towards the end of, middle of next month, actually. That will be fun. You're on Crumbs. You're on mute, Crumbs.
Oh, thanks, man. Street Fight SPDX added you on there. Goblin Mob's been added on there. I don't think I'm not seeing anybody missing, but if you don't see your name on the wheel, please definitely chime in. That lag sometimes, man. The old latency.
Yeah, laggy.
Laggy. All right, I'm gonna give that a little spinaroo here. Folklorian. Congratulations.
Nice.
Folklore. Yeah.
The old
Nice.
Jim.
Congrats, dude.
Has been, man.
Very nice.
Way too generous of you, dude. And
Yeah,
great win.
Message either one of us, right? I'll get your address and I'll get those out to you guys.
Way too generous, man. Now, we have had you on a little bit over an hour now, but before we let you go, I want you to be able to plug maybe your IG, also what we're going to see from you coming up, and of course, one last time, let us know how that Toys on Tap IG Live claim sale is going to go tomorrow.
I'll just end with that. I think everybody watching pretty much knows who I am, where you can find me. The claim sales tomorrow at 7 Pacific. Go to Toys on Tap's page or watch out for his live stream, or I'll go on Instagram Live. And each artist, which is a fucking awesome lineup, is going to get about I don't know if it's 10 to 20 minutes to kind of shoot the shit a little bit and sell some of their figs in a claim sale.
Oh yeah, dude, I love it.
I'm kind of playing that part by ear. I don't know if I'm going to have them lined up and be like A, B, C, D, or just kind of describe them like I said, because it's kind of hard to tell. This one here, this is kind of like this is purplish, but you can't tell that it's purplish, you know. So I don't want anyone to get like any kind of misleading I don't know, sell, you know, or sale.
You can actually see a little bit of a purple tint to that.
Can you?
When you
they're
twist
all
it certain ways. Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's good. That's good to know. I didn't know how that was gonna kind of show up. Right on.
Toys on Tap was saying that what they'll probably do is have all of you guys duct tape different toys to different parts of your body, and then essentially guests will have to try and answer questions about you guys in like a strip type fashion. Whatever article of clothing it just so happens they land on at that time is what they get. Yeah. So it's good that you've casted a few, man. You'll be in for a couple of rounds. You'll be able to cover the goods for a bit.
Well, in that case, I've only got one thing for sale tomorrow. If that's the case.
Just shows up wearing just a mask.
Yeah, right. Just a mask. That's funny.
Has been, man. It's been an absolute treat, dude. We're going to boot you out of here, but try and have a great rest of your evening. And thank you so much again for coming in. And might be the best mask yet, dude.
Yes, 100%.
Have a good night, man. Peace.
Thanks, Colin.
What a gem, man.
What a gem.
What a fucking lovely old gem.
Dude, you said he was on for almost an hour. I think he was on for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, probably. But we were all just hanging out, having some burgers.
But yeah, dude, I mean, he brought up some really great points of just, you know, kind of the scene in general. But then really cool work, dude. I mean, like, I don't know how, I think it's really cool that some of the pieces that he has they're just so, I mean, to me, they're just so nostalgic, man. He talks about hitting on that nostalgic vibe. And for me, I mean, he's hit like massive home runs multiple times. But they're just really cool. I mean, like the little Indian dude, like all day, you know what I mean? That is just seems like it's so simple. But you know what I really liked, dude, was the original piece. Did you see the paint on the original piece that he had? That was amazing, dude. That
was really cool. Yeah. It was really neat how it ended up even coming across very like black, red, yellow. I don't know about you guys here. That's like a very like medicine, like Coochie tribe thing. So that was kind of neat to see that. Very medicine wheel.
Dude, that looked like it was straight out of a fucking like a museum, dude. Like that needs to be under glass somewhere or something. But what a find, man. I think he said he found it at an antique fair.
See, and that's what I find is kind of neat about his work kind of in general, is that like that, especially when he was showing for that Urban Cowboy piece, it isn't necessarily like the toys that we would see, right? Like the head, I guess, yes, but that's actually like Voorhees' mom, he's saying from one of the pieces he ordered online. That Mark's cowboy, dude. That thing is sick as hell. That thing is so sick. And it almost reminded me of like those horror figure model kits that you would see that would come in maybe 4 or 5 pieces so you could paint them up. And they stand on like a little base, like a little grave or something, you know? Like it was cool, dude. That was a dope piece.
It really is, dude. And you know, even to take that further, dude, is to see stuff like the movement in the pose, right? It's, you know, the concept of having a decapitated head with a knife in the other hand.
But and also what's cool about it being the glass pegs is technically like you could even have one of the gun hands in there in the head as well, or you can have a knife and a gun. You know what I mean? Like it really does still have all those different combos.
It does, man. And you know what else I really like about it is you can get a couple different looks from it by switching the hands and stuff out, but it's static. So you're always going to have that balance in there. It's not going anywhere, dude. And did you see, I like the landscape base too. All right. So we're not just talking about just feet, but now he's kind of created another little scene in there where you have now extreme balance, dude. Like look at the base on that you go from 2 feet to basically a platform. And he even added pieces to that, dude. I mean, that's taking it above and beyond where he's not just saying, okay, I'm going to throw a base on here to make it stand better. This is actually going to be a part of the piece and a part of the landscape. And we're also going to have another little piece of the story on this little piece of landscape, dude. That to me is going above and beyond. Fuck, man. Great piece, dude. Shit. You're right, Folklore. I can't have any guns. My mom's going to be visiting the next couple months. She'd be very upset.
Takes all the hands, just leaves you with just the head, and then a nub.
Oh, hide under the mattress, just like the old days, right? Just shove those right under there. Get in there.
Jeez, man. I'll never forget helping my cousin or my aunt and uncle move, and of course we go to move my cousin's room, and you lift the bed and like just nudie mags. Just nudie mags, and you're just kind of like, yeah, dog. Like I can't really take your mattress and just leave you hanging here. Like I guess you're moving your bed later. Fuck.
That's funny. Hey, dude, I forgot. You know, we have these other. So, dude, like I have a couple pieces to show.
Yeah.
But then we also have the Dre giveaways, dude. There's 3.
Yes.
Should we do one right away? So I think he's got 3 of them. I think I've kind of divided these up into stages. So we'll go from, you know, we're going to do this guy first. This one's cool. Sticker pack for one. And also people who got packages this week may have had a Dre sticker in there. Because he sent a bunch of them, but this one is the Pac Mang with bling tooth. Bam. So it does have like a little diamond that you see right there as a tooth. I don't know how clear that's coming in, but really cool piece, man. And I think, oh yes, indeed. Yeah, man, this thing glows very, very nicely. I can be able to see it too good here because I have the light on, but man, the glow on that is very, very nice. Yeah, way cool. That's a cool piece. Up for grabs.
That chat tonight, my goodness. And Dre does say it does glow.
Yeah, sick.
All right.
Name off the wheel. He doesn't even want it back.
I have taken your name off the wheel and has been added onto the wheel. So watch out, everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, why are we even spinning? That's cool.
All right.
Yeah. So Good win for somebody right here.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Any little resin treat or artistic treat coming in the door is always a nice little treat. Sexy Dre.
Street Fight.
That was so close to landing on HasBeen, though. Get out of here.
Oh my goodness, dude. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, he's the next square over. He's literally the next triangle over.
That would have been. Look, there's 2 more giveaways, all right? It's not over yet.
Gonna give this a little shuffle here. There we go. Jeez. Well, congratulations, Street Fight SPDX, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Street Fight SPDX, they have done a couple opens on a YouTube channel with some pieces. Now, the one that I remember specifically was the big, beefy Zimitco piece. The one with the 8 fingers.
I'm gonna wait for them to chime in because I feel like we maybe get them confused with somebody else almost every time. There's another
Northwest
one.
Atheist.
Yeah. Northwest Atheist is the one that does the unboxing. Sorry, man.
NWA. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hey, we're remembering people though. We're getting there. 50 weeks.
Dude, I'm so excited about our show in the next 2 weeks. We are going to give away some stuff. Oh man, that is going to be one amazing show, dude. Anyways, do you got more tabs or what do you want to do? You want to
I've got some more tabs, but open some toys. Okay. Let's see some toys you got.
Open some toys.
Okay.
So speaking of the homie Yuckamuck, he's been making some great comments tonight. Thank you very much, my friend. We have this little pagan that was dropped. Now there was some LeBarons that these came with that were in pastel colors that they came out around Easter, right? And these are awesome, man. I snagged this one. Dude, Yuckamuck, not like a whole, huge library of stuff out there, but dude, everything that comes out, really cool paintwork on that. I mean, that face on there is tiny. But yeah, man, love it. There is a blue.
And for lack of a better word, the black face on there is actually resin.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that should be pointed out. Jawa body, but then I'm not sure if you can see that on there, but that is a resin face on there. So yeah, really cool work. Yuckamuck, man, look at that glow, dude. The blue glow. Nice. And so just for Harrison, I actually have right here. I love that blue and orange combo, right? That's always a good one. It's always a really good one. But here's a little Jawa, an orange Jawa right next to him, which is cool. And then the orange Jawa is also from Yuckamuck. Bam. Nice work, my friend.
That is some glow, dude.
Yeah, hardcore.
How dare really you call me out on being tired, Mr. Ultraviolet? Sass Mask calling me out.
Oh, you know why? Because he has a package in here. That's what's really going on. He's disguising his wanting to see his toys with what you wanted to see his toys, which is understandable because I want to see them too. As a matter of fact, why don't we do that now?
Do it now. Let's see them. Let's do the Sass Mask toys.
Sasmac Toys. Now, there was specific instructions on here. It says open here. So I opened this just to see, make sure that nothing was broken. I got distracted while I was doing it. So this is going to be a true unboxing here. I have not looked in here with the exception of there's some artwork in there. It says this is the way. Very nice. And then this was on there as well. Thank you, Toys Alive. Oh, man. Dude, this is gold. This is absolute gold, man. There's some drawings on the back of this card here. So it says, thank you, Toys Alive. It's Gunless Army Men. And it says, arms are for Huggy. And there's a little picture of me with a B shirt on down there, which is freaking awesome, dude, because that goes to the story of a bumper sticker I had on my car when I was a kid that my mom had on it that said, "Arms are for hugging, not for shooting." That's amazing, dude. I can't even remember what I bought now. I love this. That is the best part of the box right there. Thank you, man. That's very funny. That's special to me. I'm gonna show my mom that. She's gonna love that. That was cool. So I think I bought some stuff here. Let's see. Oh yeah. This one was really dope. Something just fell out of it. This one came, it was a little bit broken, but it was just on the leg. I will definitely fix that. That looks like an easy repair right there. But that xenomorph, man, that is sick. It does have a different body on it. That's dope though, man. I don't know if this is glow or not. They'll have to say something in the comments. It does look like it is kind of UV reactive though, but really cool look on that, man. Static figure. Nice.
I like the color choice on that, man. Like that cola color on the bottom, but then almost like that aquamarine mint on the top. Well, not mint, aquamarine, I guess, like watery blue.
Yeah, and this is one that I don't know if this was ever advertised on the page. I asked, now this maker's in Canada, and I think I asked if there was any more that they had for sale, and these came up. So I don't know if these were on the page or not, but yeah, sick figure, man. I'm going the nice 3.75 case. Very cool. Thank you. Yes. Now this one is articulated. It is Goliath, so articulated in the arms. Gosh, yes, man, yes. Yeah, so this one is really good. I'll have to take some pictures of this one, but this is on here. This is a like a purple, pink, orange kind of marble on there. It does have some glitter in there too. That is really sick. Now that's that Chewy figure that I haven't seen too many of these. I know like Celestial Trash. That dude, we use his figure a little bit. But this is very, very nice, man. Love that. Shout out to I Need Toys too. I believe he's the one who tipped me off to this, was like, hey, check this out. Yeah. Nice. Very, very nice, dude. And then this one, I'll have to go back and see what I bought, man. I don't know if I don't think I bought this one. This, I believe, is going to be a giveaway. There's some really nice paint detail on there. That's a very nice one. Like I said, articulated arms and then static legs. Really good for balance.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, look how clean that is.
Is that buff Chewy or is that like a Mexican bootleg Chewy?
So yes, what I was saying when you left for a second there, that the only other ones that I have, like, no, that's cool. The only other one that I have like this is made by, you remember Celestial Treasure, right? Yes. That's the guy that I believe some of his capes and stuff were made from wrestling outfits that he had used personally, and then some other draperies and stuff that his dad had sold back in the day. But long story short, I believe he used this figure, and that's the last one that I have was from him. So yeah, dude, I don't know what that is. It's kind of a different Chewy one. You'd have to probably tell me on what that is. I'm not super familiar.
I just remember Power of the Force at one point had these like really buff, Power of the Force 2 figures. Where for some reason all the dudes are like really buff, and then like really buff stances as well. I think we were talking about it on an episode or two ago.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to remember, dude, who was that we were
the Lucas.
Yeah.
The Luke is hilarious in that set as well.
Oh, okay. I don't. Man, I can't picture that one on what it is. But yeah, this is very cool, man. Thank you for that. That'll be a giveaway, and shoot, we may give this away next week or the following week.
Leia apparently was buff too. Nice. I haven't seen much of that set. What else you got in there?
Oh man, dude. So this one, love this one, dude. Love this one. You'll recognize this one. So this is I don't know the name off the top of my head. The snail and the guy from Neverending Story, dude. What the hell? And so this guy already has a home. He just hasn't been there yet. And he's going to go right next to the Luck Dragon from ETC. So, which also brings up another good point, dude, about that rock biter. Remember that rock biter that we saw? That thing was fucking amazing, right? Dude, anybody hook up on that rock biter, that Mexican bootleg rock biter? Dude, let me know, man. I'm very interested in that. But yeah, Luck Dragon, this is the ETC piece, but this is the piece from Sazmac. Very cool, man. Love that.
And the really colorways are so close, even, dude.
Yeah, very cool. This is like a pink and black is what it looks like. Ah, man, very cool. Love that one.
Sazmac's got some really nice pores, man. And he's even got that entire kaiju set right now as well that would normally be like the finger puppets.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, see, Neverending Story, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you talk about some nostalgia. Oof. Yummy. Love that. What are you eating, bro? Are you smashing Sammy? What you got on that Sammy? Is that peanut butter and jelly? Is it? Classic. You know what, bro?
I mean, I was sitting over here just buttering it up while you're chatting about the chewy and.
Yeah, all good, dude. I'm actually gonna have one of those after the show. That sounds delicious. Speaking of food, I know we talk about food almost every episode, but here's something that I bought the other day at the store, and most people in my family don't know why I do this, but because I like the taste, that's why. Is dude, generic Cheetos and generic Doritos. Love them.
When you say generic, you mean like no name?
No name, yes, store brand. You know what I mean?
Dude, store brand chips, in my opinion, almost always have the best seasoning and an abundance of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And they're always half the price. You know what I mean?
Even more so, I don't know about you guys, but here you'll go to a grocery store. The grocery store brand will be like 99 cents. Otherwise, 2 for $8 of fucking like the Lay's chips or Frito-Lay's shit. You're like, I'm not paying 2 for $8. Get out of here.
Exactly.
For some chippies.
Exactly.
Groceries are stupidly priced right now.
So the Sazmac box continues. So the Ewok here, just such another great nostalgic piece for me, man. Ewoks in general. Again, this goes back to me being a little kid and being so into Star Wars, and my mom not being very enthused about guns of any sort in that house. So the Ewoks were always acceptable, right? Because they were more of like kind of like the peacemakers, and they did magic, and they weren't out there necessarily killing people. So there was plenty of Ewoks to be had at my house. And this is very cool, man. I never had that one. I don't know what that came from. Is that an eraser?
I have no idea. That's what I'm sitting here thinking about. That looks almost like it'd be from like the Ewoks cartoon or something. But I've never seen that. So if anybody recognizes that Ewok, please let us know. That is some whack bootleggies.
Yeah.
Nim Studios, haven't seen them, man. I haven't been into a Walmart toy aisle in quite a while, to be honest with you. But I would love to go and check that out. I would love to see what the new Ewoks look like. Bent Ewok spears, perfect.
Man, you know what? That's a good point there. I have not been into, and I'll be honest with you, dude. Sometimes I do buy stuff over the counter at stores still, but dude, it's so frustrating going there sometimes and seeing the same shit for months at a time. I'm like, if I see one more fucking like old, not old, but you know, the same Motu figures just for, it's like, dude, when are they going to get the clue? Nobody's take them off the shelf, man. I know that's not how it works. But, like, you know, help us out a little bit as a consumer. Like, stop trying to shove this shit down my throat. How many of these fucking things you want me to buy? You know what I mean? Everybody's got one already. Get rid of it. You can throw them in a lake, bro. I know that's what they started doing with some of those Funko Pops. Like, fucking get rid of those things, man. Nobody's buying them.
You know,
Anyways.
I've talked about this toy on here before, but the those Dollar Tree fucking Final Faction figures. Now, something cool in my opinion happened the other day where I was talking to somebody about them and I mentioned that those things are $1, and they were like, "Whoa, wait a minute, they're $1?" Next thing you know, the island in my kitchen is just loaded with all my Final Faction figures. We've got the accessories altering out. We've got the guns going. It must have only been like 20 minutes to half an hour, but I don't think I've experienced just playing with some toys with another human being like that in ages, man. And that, in my opinion, is what's really cool about like a lot of these toys. A lot of times, I'm sure you get it. You pull one off the shelf, you start showing anybody, you start showing them how the guns swap out, how the heads swap out, who made it. You start getting all excited about it. They start getting all excited about it. It's fucking dope when a toy does that.
Yeah. Agreed, man. Zimitco, thank you for stopping in, my friend. They should have their package, I think, tomorrow from us. So, cartoon Ewoks. New Transylvania says, "Aren't Ewoks cannibals?" I don't know. I don't know, man. I remember those old school Ewok movies, though. Those were always fun, like Battle to Save Endor or Ewoks Join the Fight. Something like that. There was one more piece in the Samska box, and that was, speaking of totems, a totem. And those are great. Now, they'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe these were made a while ago. And, you know, it's another example of, hey, just ask about what you have. I saw this and I was like, yes, all day, twice Sundays, 3 times on Fridays, definitely 5 times on Thursdays. Yes, all day on the totem. That's a great color. It's very similar, like, you know, very similar there. They're going to live together. And, you know, hopefully get one of those HasBeen Toys totems. If not, I will hound him until lets me purchase one from him. But it's a great totems are great, dude. This is a really good pour, man. There's so much glitter in there. I don't know if it's picking up on there at all, but there's a lot of glitter in there, man. That's a really cool piece. Sweet. Very cool.
I'm surprised you're not going to put that with one of your blue Indian guys.
I mean, displays, man. Displays. It's, you know, I like that. One thing I like about it as my collection grows is how I can kind of see how ultimately I'm going to display some of these things together, and kind of see how they're going to work together. Anyways, the box says recycled and upcycled packing materials. Very cool. Sazmac. Thank you, Sazmac. That was a very good package, man. And we got some really cool giveaways. Also, this little kaiju piece, dude, which that actually reminds me of Pocket Toyco.
Pocket Toyco. I was just about to say it, man. Yeah, that's like the finger puppet kaiju set from like the Ultraman stuff.
Yeah, and that's UV reactive again. Holy moly. Yeah, that's got some really nice UV work on it. And what up to Pocket Toyco, man? Pedro, where you been, dude? Love that guy. And then there's a couple other little small freebies. These are really cool, man. This is like what those are. They look like little flowers, possibly. But those are cool. Bag of freebies, man. Buttons and all kinds of stuff in there. Wow, great package, dude. Some really cool ones. Look at that giveaway. Boom. 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 Very sick. Bam, bam. And then the totem.
He's killing it, man.
Look at, yeah, I guess I didn't realize I got that much, but that's a lot. Those are some cool pieces, man. Every one of those are sweet. Nice. Very nice.
We're doing a
Thank
spin
you.
for one of those right now? For one of the...
Yeah, so this is going to
Or
be...
a Drease.
Yeah, Drease, man. So this is going to be the giveaway number 2. Frankenhead black wash with a clear coat. Dude, I love that piece, dude.
Also, Sassmask is saying that those are xenomorph eggs with peanut M&Ms in them, which he posted around Easter time. I believe they're like 2 years old and still surviving, dude.
Did you hear how bad I dumbed that down? I'm like, oh yeah, and these are like flowers or something. No. Those are xenomorph eggs with M&Ms casted in them. Oh. Yep, that sounds a little bit better than flowers. But this piece right here, dude, is chunky, soft resin on this. And it, man, it's beefy. Very cool, man. Love that one. Translucent yellow with a black wash on it. Very cool. Oh, Crumbs disappeared. I didn't realize you disappeared there, Crumsy. Anyways, yeah, there now, Dre, if you're in here, man, just let us know if you have any of these for sale on your site. I know that they were up there for a little while, and I don't know if they're still up there or not. Anyways, really cool piece, man. This one also does come with a sticker pack as well. So there's probably 3 or 4 stickers in there. Really cool stickers, by the way. We got this reflective one on the front. But this is one, I think we looked at this one before, man. I love that sticker. Got kind of like a 70s video game feel to it.
Reminds me of a diner.
Yeah, there you go.
Or an old gas station, even.
Yeah. Sick. All right. Then the next one we got is the Mandalorian, which is also very cool.
No, I'm not seeing anybody hollering that they're not on the wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a spin.
Go. Dingus. There you go.
Low.
Congrats.
That will probably be King Dingus's first resin piece, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congrats. It's a good one.
That's a good one, man. That's a cool one. And fitting place. I think given their aesthetic and their style, it's a good fitting place, man. I'm stoked for that. Not rigged. I swear I shuffled that shit.
Yeah, no, and like I said, man, it's a nice, chunky, solid piece, dude. Very cool. Nice piece. Sweet. All right.
The old King Ding Dong.
Nice.
Sorry.
All right. Put this in there. And then we got, let's see, we got 2 more opens and 1 more giveaway.
I think you should pop a box.
Pop a box, man. Let's keep it going. So here's another one, dude. That this one was another. This was a late night. That Dan JDO, another off hours post, and this one, dude. I'm glad. So I have this one in a 3.75 version carded. That's going to stay in the card, but it's all white and has some paint detail on it, which is very cool. But this one, I believe this was around Easter, and there was a few like this in pastel colors. I chose the pink one, but very cool, dude. Bone ghost with arms. There is articulation in the arms. I'm not going to move them very much. But I always got a nice solid bass, so it's really easy to play. But sick, dude. 3.75 Bone Ghost. In comparison, the other ones are, like that. Yuckabuck signing off. Thank you, my friend. Very cool piece, as usual.
And always a pleasure having you. You were on fire tonight in the chat, actually, man. Killing it.
For sure.
Pepto Bismol Bone Ghost is sick as hell, man.
It is, man. And I think 3.75 probably scale. And this is going to go 3.75 case, man. I love this one, dude. It doesn't glow or anything like that. There's no UV on it, nothing like that. It's just a wait a minute. Oh, dude, I'm just kidding. It does glow. How did I not see that? Yeah, this thing glows, and that just is like way cooler now, obviously. I'm gonna turn the lights out real quick, man, because this is worth seeing. Ooh. Ooh. Man. Love that. Love that. I need Toyz for my address right now.
That's a goodie, man. That is a goodie.
Yeah, that's a good man. And for some reason, man, maybe I just totally missed the glow picture on it. Maybe I was thinking that they weren't glow, but sure enough, they do.
That thing lit up, dude. Honestly, like they don't fail, dude. And no matter what you're maybe into, I find that damn DGO and Deadbird Studio, they're gonna have something that you like, man. Such a big inventory of different shit.
Yes, dude. And I don't know if you remember, they had those little play sets even recently. Right? Yeah.
It might be the Mighty Max shit, dude. The way it just clawed up. Oh.
Yes. I think might have made some of those is Mutant Master. I know that he was showing some of those off recently, and I have a feeling that he made him. And speaking of that, dude, did you see that giant crystal Skeletor that he made? It's almost 10 inches. And I think it's God damn it, there it is again, right? And it's clear and it's magnetic articulated. Beast. We'll be looking at that in a few weeks when it arrives here in my hands. Such a cool piece, though. So we got. Also, I'll do one more unboxing, and then we'll finish with the Dre piece. How's that sound? Or did you want to have any more accounts or anything to look at? I think we did.
I've got just a couple more accounts, but nothing crazy. But we'll fly through them pretty fast.
Dre says his painkillers are kicking in.
Braggart.
Yeah. Get well, my friend. I know you're on the road to recovery. So thank you again for the giveaway pieces, man. Super, super generous. Not one, but three.
And we're coming in tonight, even though you've been kind of, show the Skeletor from.
Yeah.
The bootleg, the Mexican bootleg one? Oh, the Sparkletron? God Mob, I'm not sure which one, man. Shit.
Ordinary says 10-inch ghost in your hands. What show is this? No, it was a 10-inch Skeletor actually from Mutant Master that he had posted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I tried pulling up Mutant Master, and the issue is it ended up IG wanted to pull up an account called The Doctor. And then when I pulled up, it was a bunch of like half nude ladies, and I was like, well, I don't need to share screen a bunch of half nude ladies twice tonight.
Oh, that's weird. Huh.
So I failed.
Huh. Yeah. Anyways. That's odd.
That being said, though, you got an unboxing before I jump into some tabs?
Yeah, I'll knock this one out real quick, man. This is a more of a paint app.
No rush.
So this one was made, the piece actually was made by Skinner, Paul Kaiju, and Lulu Bell Toys, were the ones who made this one. And then Topher Toy sold it as a painted piece, and that's what I got, man. It's killer. It's called the Minion. The card for it is really cool. He did include the original card for it. Super sick, man. You can see there's probably some Skinner art on there, I would guess. Paul Kaiju, Lulu Bell Toys, and the art of Skinner on the backside. But that is the piece from Topher Toy, man. And it is just, man, it's beautiful. Always super glossy. This thing, I don't know how much the piece was before it got into Topher's hands, but I bought this for, I think, right around $60, and I thought that was a good deal. I was happy with that. But sick, man. It's I think we say it every week, dude, or not every week, or I say it. Every time I show a Safubi piece, I go, "Oh yeah, I don't Safubi." And next thing you know, I'm showing another Safubi piece, and here we are again. So, example 700, a Safubi piece that I don't collect. There we go. Yeah, very cool paint app on that, man. It's got like this purple into a pink fade, and it's got these, the veins are black on it, but he's got some blue highlights, and they're really, man.
Airbrushing really seems to allow for a blend that you just you can't seem to get it with anything else, man. Carolina Cool Cat did a very good job when he did the spray paint, gloving it on the bottom to try and make the effect. But airbrushing really gets a beautiful blend, man. And then you throw some super gloss on there. Ooh, fire. Beautiful.
Yeah. Straight up, man. Agreed. We were talking about a Skeletor actually that I bought recently from Mutant Master, so I don't have it in hand yet. But that's what we were talking about. I don't know. Crumbs, yeah, I'm sure Crumbs owns a few Skeletors. There it is. Yeah. Look at that thing, dude. What the hell? Almost 2 pounds. I don't know how I'm going to display that yet, man. It's going to take up a lot of room. I put it under glass. But you know what, man? I think I have enough Mutant Master pieces now. I think I have 3 or 4 5.5s. A gigantic Panther that I posted recently with Skeletor on top. Or not. It's like a centaur, right? It's half Skeletor, half Panther. That one. And then he's got those Masters of the Universe wrestlers too that he did, and I ended up snagging those a little while back. But those are more super clean pieces. So there you go, Gob. That's what that was. Put me on the wheel, Eddie. Congrats, my man. I knew that was going to be a big seller. I think we all did when we saw it.
Yeah.
Especially the scale, the complete package with the cape and the bag. And from the post that I saw, I'm sure you saw him too, man. It looks like he sold a shitload of those things as expected. I don't doubt that every one of those will sell 100%.
They'll fly, man. Good size.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You groovy if I hop into a bunch of tabbies, wrap up the evening with some tabadooies?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Robert Bloom said need some uplight. Were you talking about when I show the piece? I need some light from underneath to show on it. If that's what you're talking about, I 100% agree. That looked like shit. I could see it on my screen too. And it's a new computer, so I got to figure something out.
Look at there. Riot Diablo coming back onto the scene and coming strong, man. His paint apps he does are actually pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, dude, nice. Ride Diablo. It's a Galaxy my cousin did of a miscast by Dave Sculpts. Oh yes. So the popsicles by Dave Sculpts. You remember those?
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. Like those brain ice goals.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Ride
yeah, yeah,
Diablo a
yeah.
while ago was doing a bunch of like collab work like this. This would have been like March of last year. But he's coming out again now, and he's finding time again to start getting some more paint app stuff. And he just dropped this recently. I thought that came out sick, man.
Nice. ToyCon UK, man. That's something that I'd like to be at one day. Probably never happened. Just saying.
I just wanted to point out as well, Bootleg Bonanza still does have some inventory stuff. If anybody wanted to hit up Garrett over at Bootleg Bonanza, there's some gems that are just sitting there at the moment. Like, dude, an OG
Oh, yeah.
titty, like, you know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
I think some of us have forgotten that like he still has some inventory of some really cool shit. So
Bro.
definitely, if you see some stuff on his IG, you might as well reach out to him and see if he still has it available. I'm sure that Garrett would be happy to hook you up if he's got it.
The Unsolved Mysteries guy, Robert Stack. That was a great one.
So many goodies.
Wow. Yeah, that was a bummer, man. I was kind of bummed to see that one go away. That's one that I don't even think I even had a chance to buy anything from. And then they kind of came back, right? And said that they were, I can't remember what happened there. They were coming back and maybe going to open something. And maybe it's exactly what we're looking at now. They were just going to start posting pieces that they had that came out of that shop. Because they did have a storefront at one time, right?
Yeah, they had a storefront at one point and an online store as well.
Yeah.
But again, like he still posts like semi regularly. And again, like, damn, dude, like you don't see those appear too often anymore. The gummy mummies. Anyways, so definitely, yeah, Bootleg Bonanza. If you haven't had a chance to check that out, check that out. Broke One, man. I'm curious to see where this guy is going to be going off to. Rad as hell.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Sorry, I'm
when was
excited
that
to see.
posted? I missed that
4
one.
hours ago. 4 hours ago. We're on the ball. Yeah, look at this. Even fucking Killer's like, yeah, okay.
You know what, dude? And I'll admit, I think, you know, as we kind of move along in this scene here, we kind of figure out, you know, who's been around a long time. Broke One is a true OG, man. That guy has been around a long time, a lot longer than I thought. And I don't know why I thought that, but he's been around a long time.
Yeah, check this high proof toy fucking pour.
That's sick.
And they did a couple of the turtles. Also, this double pour, dude. Oh. The team over at High Proof Toys is killing it, dog.
Yeah.
Hit after hit.
Look at that, man. That's wild.
Look at these bad boys. Oh. Hit after hit, man.
Gob, I would love to do an interview with Broke One, man. That dude, he is not an easy dude to get a hold of. Yeah, I'm not saying I couldn't, but it's just I've tried before, and it's not the easiest thing to do. It's a very private dude, that's cool.
Yo, leaning into our under 1,000. James Arson's work is so good, it's hard to believe that it's actually real. With the type of AI coming out these days, it is wild to me that this is real on a real table.
Agreed. I just started following this account recently. That's crazy, man. No, I'm sorry, you said something about AI.
Yeah, just because with the like, well, I posted it the other day, even like somebody generating fake AI toys like on a table. Drease and I were talking about it, where he shared an account with me that's basically somebody just has an account of it. It's called "This Toy Does Not Exist," and they're AI generated images of a toy. in like a light box or on a table, like in a landscape that we would imagine somebody created on a program, because that's just how
Wow.
clean his shit is, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Now you see it in person and it's like, oh shit, there it is, you know?
Especially painted. Like you're just like looking at that being like, okay, is that in real space? Because he's got the lighting just so well done on it. Like on the shadowing and shit. Wild. And you know what blows my mind, dude? 482. I knew that they were still under 1,000, which like still blows my mind. But dude, how is the Feral Foundry under 500? Are you fucking kidding me?
Here's something that I think is so funny, dude, is so you look at Ben's Mat, right?
Yep.
How many
Yep.
followers does Ben's Mat have?
Oh, geez. Good question.
Thousands, right?
In the tens of, and that's not counting his fate. Yeah, 26,000.
26,000?
And yet, like we know, you and I know this body.
And that's what I'm saying, man. The work there, I don't think people realize how closely connected that work is. And I think if people knew, I'm glad. A part of me is glad, right? That kind of the secret is not out on him yet. I'm not trying to put it out there, but I think if you're a really big Ben's Mat fan and you knew how close the connection was there, I think there would be people all over that. And I think his followers would be through the roof. On the other hand, I like how undercover that shit is, bro. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Those are great pieces, dude. You know, Fletch got one of those ramen pieces recently, and he's very
nice.
happy. Yeah, he's very happy with it. We talked about that a couple times.
The dude, when we talk about like mixed media, even like he really takes it to a new level between like using 3D printed parts with resin casted parts, with rubber casted parts, with like you know what I mean? Like if he starts designing something, he's like, oh, I want a knife. And it becomes like too weird to sculpt it, or it just seems pointless to sculpt it, 3D print it, mold and cast it. Same as the buckets, just these little eyes, little resin eyes that'll pop into these like rubbery, like you know the Shawgoss because they're rubbery, so they just pop right in and glue in.
And look at the details even on the knife, dude. Like the little nicks in the knife, whether that's a bubble or not, it looks legit. You see we got a little blood work down at the handle. I mean, it's meticulous work, dude.
And just dope.
Yeah.
Like I said, it blows my mind that he's sitting at 482. The Feral Foundry, folks. Rubber City Toys.
He's been around too, man. You know what I mean? That count. Yeah. He's been here for a while now.
Yeah. And you know what though? Like he does still sell. Like he's one of those accounts that the IG size doesn't necessarily. He's got a good set of loyal followers that buy his work consistently. Rubber City Toys, man, we've looked at them a couple of times, but they've got some little resin transformers, almost like those little bootleg ones we've looked at before. So I wanted to take a little peek at those again.
Dude,
355.
Wow. Yeah, and you know what, dude? I've actually seen that one transformer. I think I've seen that before, dude. That as a throw-in, and I want to say it was like Astro Toys, way in the which for me is like 3 years ago. So I guess it's not that far.
Feels longer ago, man.
It sure does.
Bad Mojo Toys just uploaded a whole bunch of stuff up into their store, so I wanted to make sure that we touch base on that a bit. They're always a good grab, man. In my opinion, they're just fun, bag of fun. So a whole bunch of different guys in there. I'm sure a bunch of them have UV and glow. Like I know that's probably like some glow right there. Well, we all probably know.
Oh man, check this out, dude! Right, staring at me, right in front of me, is that little guy. I've had that one for a long time, man.
Just fun, right? It's almost like Trash Toy Studio stuff.
Yeah, 100%. And also the coloring on this one too. I would agree. Would throw that one right in that category with the green and the pink. But yeah, dude, Cat Fans Forever. It's a classic right there.
Cat Band Forever.
Yeah, man. Good one. I remember seeing that name and just being like, what is that? What's Cat Fans Forever?
Well, he's got a funny sense of humor, in my opinion. Like, because he's really good. He'll have stuff like this. It's like almost like Diablo-esque or like macabre. But then he's also that same dude who's got the conversation bear, or like these guys, the chickens, the greasy chicken
Yeah.
skeletons, and the bear with the big penis. And like these are rad as hell. These are rad as hell.
Well,
But a
the
funny
guy
sense
that
of
was,
humor.
yeah, the guy that was standing there with the knife, I think we looked at him. I think it was one of the first ones that you showed, but we were talking about, how that guy looked like the dead kid on Stand By Me, remember?
Oh, right, yes.
Freaking Ray Brower.
Low-Tech
Yeah.
Studios has been working away, man. I know that when we talk about like artist shit, like a shit show, there were some pieces they had posted recently that I thought were just dope as hell. They had, I guess, technically some holes in these. Bro.
Yes.
The little Kanan Rider pieces.
Yeah, man. Look at the, shit. We all know what we think that looks like, right? Shit.
But like, this one's so sick.
Oh, bro. So, dude, I'm gonna hella pump up Low Tech Studios real quick, dude, because I've been talking to him over the last few days. That general piece, I did swoop one of those. It looks like a great piece. A lot of those are glow and UV reactive. Some of them are not, but it's a really great price. Those just came out, I believe, today, right there. And I took that baddie right in the dead center with the blue left hand in the clear gun. Yeah, and I don't think it's UV reactive or anything like that, but the pour on that and that marbling, I thought was really, really good. Here's one thing that I really super dig about Low Tech Studios. Number one is that he does also does t-shirts, and his t-shirts are really good quality. He has a t-shirt background. If you want to know something about t-shirts, just about quality or something like that, hit him up. I'm sure he'd be glad to tell you. This is the Debt Collector. Now, I did grab one of these too. What I really like about the Debt Collector is the saying that the Debt Collector has, and it's not on that one, dude. It's on another post, but it's a really cool saying. Gosh, dude, I can't remember what it is. I might even need to look it up. I think he told me in my messages at some point. The Debt Collector is really cool. The other one that I have was a piece that he released a little while ago called the Icon. Now that piece was really cool because it has a chain with a dog attached to it. Here's what I really like about it, dude. He sent that to me, and the chain was broken because he just used, like, I don't know what you call resin that doesn't bend, right? You would know that. I don't know that, but it came and it was broken. I tried to glue it, and it, the glue doesn't look all that great. But he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, man, I've redone the chains on that dog, and so they're, see right there. Those don't bend at all, so it's a hard piece to display. And then in shipping, it's really hard to get those because the chain is separate. That's not on you have to put it in the hand, and it is casted, so it's curved like that. But they're very, very fragile." But he came back and he said, "You know what, man, I redid these. They're flexible now. It's going to work a lot better for you." So that's how the conversation got started originally. But really cool artist, man. Mine's that blue one right there with the yellow head. But he also has the Invasaurs. I think that's what those were called. The wrestling dinosaurs. I believe One Trick Pony won a nice gift pack from us.
Yeah, I think this was one of the first pieces we saw of his, was like the luchadors with the wrestler heads.
Yeah.
So dope.
Yeah.
Fun, man.
Yeah. Cool, man. Really cool work. So like I said, hit him up. There's some stuff. Gosh, dude, I didn't even see those. Yeah. Dude, I love that marbling work, dude. Wow.
Yeah, he's
a lot
having
of really
fun.
good marble work going on there. Yeah. Look at the head on that one.
Yeah, he's having a lot of fun. Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
I'd play with those.
Yeah.
Low Tech
Nice.
Studios. Rambo
Okay,
Kiss, man. Can't get over this guy. I love this. Even with, like, the new head is so sick on these. Look at this paint app on this. Sorry.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. But that Zuckus head is rad as shit, dude.
It really is, man. Rambo Kiss. So I have a package from Rambo Kiss, but I didn't. Yeah, it just came in. So we'll open it up next week, and I believe there's a giveaway in there as well, which is super super cool. But yeah, dude, I finally got one, dude. I was really
Nice.
Gosh, who was I talking to? Was it Pocket Salsa? Pocket Salsa,
Probably.
I believe. Yeah, they're big homies, and he was talking about how he had some of those, and shit, dude, they're great.
That paint app on that is wild, dude.
Yeah, man.
And like, we looked at this last week, so I apologize to everybody whoever's like, but fuck you.
Yeah, dude. So this is what we're talking about.
And that Zuckus head, in my opinion, just looks so rad on there, dude. And then that paint app is insane.
Yeah, I snagged one of the paint. He had a couple painted ones in there. I snagged one of those, but yeah, dude, cool.
And Grayskull Toys, 145 followers. Check these.
Mm.
Oh, Ordinary Toys is on the punch.
Oh, wow.
Those are coming out cool, man.
Man, what figures are those, dude? Do you know what those are?
I don't. If anybody knows in the chat, hook us up.
Folklore, you still in here?
Yeah.
Folklore, know what's up.
And like, there's something about this body that like, it reminds me of one of those old punk rock trolls.
Mm.
Fuck, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
So angular, sharp, and
yeah, and you know what? I think
geometric.
that's I think that's what's throwing me off, dude. That I just don't know what that is. Oh, dude. Are you kidding me right now?
Which one? What are you looking at?
This John Wick playset.
John Wick playset. Oh,
Or you were just on it. You were just on it, whatever that was.
oh shit, I suck.
It looked like a little people set. Yeah, it looked like a little people set.
Oh, okay. I suck. Sorry, dude.
No, that's right. I just never seen that before. Was that for a show?
A run of 10. No, it looks like Massive Mini Horse. What's Massive Mini Horse? Oh, shucks. Okay. Damn.
Wait a
Those
minute.
are neato.
Massive Mini Horse.
I recognize this fucking.
No, that was under a different name, man. Massive Mini Horse. Somebody tell me, Righteous Made. Yeah, see the very last hashtag in there, Righteous Made. That's who that used to be.
Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I recognize the image here, the like graphic, I guess.
Yes, we've looked at those before. I remember those things, those little froggy alien things.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
Mutageno Toys, 725. This is the piece that kind of caught my attention. Just a fun kangaroo with a cooked chicken, turkey.
Oh, dude, those are great. Little boxing kangaroo.
Streets of Rage. Please pull up Pocket Salsa's latest post. Will do, guys. Oh, geez, Louise.
What? Pocket Salsa. When did this come out?
1 hour ago. Yeah. That's hilarious, man.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Big old fucking loose sleeve of wizard. Well,
Oh
the
God.
you
I'm
know,
impressed, bro. I'm impressed, man. I love
nice
that.
cast too, man. And for anybody who knows like that figure, that's a great movie. Anastasia, whew, good
That is
figure.
so cool. And
Is
you know what's funny, dude? I had mentioned making a Jazz Wizard figure. And Pocket Salsa actually hit me up and he was like, "Hey, do you mind if I make one?" And I'm just like, "Oh, bro, I'm like halfway serious about that," which I probably think I will make one, especially now seeing this. They're so completely different. They are so completely different.
Pocket
Which
Salsa, if you're in the chat still, let me know. Is that a dildo? Is that a dick?
I can see him slipping one of those in, dude.
I just can't tell if that figure naturally comes with a little vial or something, or if he did that.
He said, "Look at Shed Quarters. Love the jizz stained backdrop it's on."
This shot's fired.
Wow,
Jeez.
dude.
That was worth the sidebar. Thank you guys for making sure we got that.
That's awesome, dude.
And then that mutant master. Holy dude, we got through giveaways, unboxings, a guest, all the
And
tabs.
we still have one giveaway left.
That's how it should be, dude. Wrapping up the
It
night with a
should be
giveaway and check this shit out, and then we are out of here.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Sorry, guys.
Hey, we covered a lot, man. We covered a lot. This is very cool. This is the Man DeLorean.
Yeah, dude. That might have been like one of his first like drops that came out. I remember oh, what is it, Toy North? Ended up sharing those.
Yeah. Awesome piece, dude. I love this. I bought one a long time ago. I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. As creepy as that story is, if you really think about what's going on there, I love that movie, and this is a great piece. It's a DeLorean torso there with Mondo arms and legs. So 5 points magnetic articulation. So it's solid, man. Really nice magnet work. It does have a black wash on it. Nice piece, man. Bagged. Nice little header on. Bam. Very cool.
And the glow in the dark leg as well.
Right, the glow in the dark leg as well. Let's see if we can get that to work. Oh yeah, that lights up really nice. He goes from black to, look at that. Ding. Nice. Love that.
Wheels loaded, so if anybody needs to get on that wheel, please chime in and we'll get you on there for that last giveaway of the evening here. Drea Zay's Mandalorian.
Yeah. Yeah, great creative figure. I agree, Nim. You think about having a car as a torso, and you're like, I don't know if that would work or not. Seems like it would be too big, but this one actually works. It works really well.
Reminds me of some of the OG Transformer, like little mini cars that would transform.
Yeah.
Some of them were a little bit like, I don't want to say janky, but like disproportionate.
Yeah.
All righty, and spinning that wheel, see what we get. Nim Studios, man. The old Nimmy
Nim
New taking it
Studios.
home. Boom. The Karma Wheel just knows, man. He was like, that figure is so creative. And the Wonder Wheel was like, Nim, it's yours, homie.
Yeah, dang. It was a great win.
Karma
Nice.
Wheel
Right on,
knows,
Jacob.
dude.
I will, Jacob, if you could send me your address, please, man, I'll put this in the mail for you. I will get that out probably this weekend. And then King Dingus was the Frankenhead. Nice. Congrats, everybody who won tonight. It's really cool stuff given away, including the pieces that Colin
Dude, Colin, man, that was generous as hell.
Yeah, man. Colin, thanks again for coming on, dude. That was really cool. Super stoked to finally meet you, man. And it was, dude, those giveaways were sick. Everybody make sure you tune into that Toys on Tap tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific. There's going to be some, I mean, shit, man. Everybody that's in that show hangs out in here, you know, support your local artists, go in there, buy some stuff, throw some claims out, ask for some stuff that may not be there. That's what it's all about, man. That's what the purpose of that show is to generate sales for people.
Yeah.
And the only way that works is if you buy something. So I'm not telling everybody I got to go in there and spend money, but that's the point of that show, is to go in there and hopefully snag some stuff up, man. I think it's going to be great.
And in my opinion, even if you're not going to be buying anything, tune in there because you might learn about some other artists that you've never heard of before. And a lot of these dudes, you can hit them up after the fact and stuff. So it's good to be watching, cheering them on, making them feel good about the fact they made some cool shit and learning some new artists.
100%, man. Next week, like I said, we got Strafe and Rambo Kiss for opens already. We'll probably have a few more. We are going to preview the 1 year giveaway show hard next week. We'll start showing all those. The other thing I was thinking we might do next week, man, I'll get with you on this, but I think it's time for another Super 7 visit. They have a lot of stuff, newer stuff out there. There is some stuff I do want to get for giveaways for the 1 year show. And so maybe we'll do a little shopping, a little live shopping next week at some point. Watch out for a post for that.
Always look forward to those, man.
Yeah.
Hey, are we at that point of that night where I can tell you to check this shit out?
Yes.
No, check this shit out, man. I don't know if many people have seen this guy here. Respecto Bot by Epicenter. She made 10 of these dudes here. It literally has a skull boner, which, you know, big old nuts. The dude's giving the middle finger. Has a fucking gun arm. Green UV reactive eyeballs right in those fucking holes. And a green, black, blue marbling.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, Respecto Bot.
Now, let's talk about Epicenter Workshop real quick.
Yeah, there.
Bro, I don't know anything about that. I know that we got a message from somebody saying, hey,
yeah,
kind of like as a warning, which I thought was odd. But then I went to Epicenter's page and they still have over 1,000 followers, but there's no more posts.
Yeah, and I don't blame them either. I'll admit, the same individual reached out to me and they kept on tagging me in certain posts, calling them out. And I'm like, yo, dude, I just have some of this guy's work. I'm not
Same here.
This guy, right? But it got to a point that in my brain, I'm like, okay, you have 0 posts on your page. You have you're following maybe 17 accounts in total. You have nobody following you. And all you're doing is going around harassing people, telling them not to buy from Epicenter. I'm sorry if you've been burned on some money or something, or if that's the case. But personally, I've grabbed 3 times from that artist and I was always good. So I'm not going to talk shit about that artist. I have my Respecto Bot in hand. Didn't wait a crazy amount of time or anything.
Yeah.
He posted that they're available. I bought one. It showed up. Shipping seemed ridiculously cheap to me. And I remember being like, dude, that shipping seems really cheap. He was like, no, it was flat rate. All good. And then also I've got those scare bears, those big giant bears, one of the iron one and the plank bear. So
yeah. And I think that's probably where me being so surprised comes from, is I've always had a good experience shopping with them. I don't remember waiting. And usually, man, when something like this happens, right, even though people don't talk about it publicly, I think you and I are around enough and buy enough where people would say, hey, man, have you ever had any problems with Epicenter, or, what's your experience with them? And I'd never heard a peep about them from anybody.
And then, like I said, it's just kind of bizarre to me that the account that is then going around being all angry, you're like, dude, your account has 0 cred, so to speak.
Yeah.
I have no way of knowing where you fit into this equation of me buying from an artist and you claiming that an artist apparently took your money and never sent you art.
And what was odd was it was a copy and paste to a bunch of different people, dude. I've talked to multiple people now, and I'm sure a lot of people in this room probably got the same thing. It's the same message. You know what I mean? Had a bad experience, don't buy from them. But then the removing of the post, I just thought that was so odd, man. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're guilty, man. It could be that they're tired of this person stirring the pot and they want to get away from it all. And they're just saying, you know, we're done for a little while.
I don't even know what, like, so the furthest extent that I could maybe see things happening, there was a period of time where I know I hadn't heard from Epicenter in quite a long time. I went to their website. It literally said on the post, please DM me on Instagram before buying a figure. Now, the only thing I can possibly think of based on the niceties that I always had with this artist, maybe somebody bought a figure from the Etsy store. Homie hasn't been making toys in forever. Went, fuck me. I thought I took all those posts down. Tried to take the post down. Maybe like, I don't know anything about the funds part of things, but maybe that's even why he was kind of like, hey, I'm not making toys. I don't want anybody getting misled into thinking I'm still selling toys. I'm going to remove everything. What sucks is like, we'll probably never really know. And it also kind of sucks that for some of these artists, their IG page is kind of like their CV. It's their portfolio at this point. The only place where they've stored every picture of process shots or pictures of their work they've released. So it's kind of a bummer that like maybe that's gone. We could sit here and hypothesize all day, man. And like again, like I think in this scene, like there's a matter of trust between everybody involved, right? Every time that we buy a piece and we hit that friends and family, we know that if we get fucked, PayPal don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You hit friends and family.
Yeah. Exactly, man.
It sucks to see though.
Right. And you usually hit friends and family to, I would say friends and family is kind of like the gentleman's handshake, right? Like, okay, we're doing this thing. You have my money now. And you're not going to get charged extra fees. Just make sure you send my stuff, please. You know?
See, what sucks is I feel as though and I don't care. Most of us have been in the scene long enough. We've bitten the bullet. We don't give a shit. So please, nobody misconstrue what I'm saying. I think most artists know that if you hit it to service, that they get done with a fee. What I don't know if most of them know is that when we hit friends and family, we get hit with that PayPal fee. That same like $6 to $10 or whatever that they're like, fuck man, I don't want to get hit with a PayPal fee. And they don't think to work into their pricing. When we pay friends and family, pay that, right? That's an added PayPal fee.
Right. Yeah.
Which
I know, man.
I say it all the time. I'm not about to bike over to your house, give you the cash, and bike back home. So the fact that like I've got to pay shipping, the fact there's PayPal fees, like what am I supposed to do? I'm not biking to your house and handing you a wad of cash and biking back. So here's how we go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, it's tough, man. Some of those things are just, I don't know. It's like the necessary evil, I guess. You know, it just sucks that there's always more, man. There's always more behind what you see. You know, you think it's one price and then you throw in all the fees. And, you know, and then that kind of relates also to Epicenter Workshop, man. You know, just because there's one bad review, maybe that was somebody that's just disgruntled and we're not really looking at the overall body of work there. I don't know. Like, I don't know. And that's the thing. That's why I just want to stay out of it, is because I don't know. And I think that's probably the best course for anybody, is if we don't know, then this person's obviously upset. I had good experiences with this person and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I know that Epicenter probably does have some stuff going on, you know, and it's none of our business. If they're here, they're here. They're not, they're not. But I've always had a good experience with them, man. I think they had really cool pieces. I bought one of those like four-armed insects, and it was
fuck, I like that guy in general, dude.
Yeah, dude. And you know what? The card was really unique because it was held together. It was like wired on with like copper wire. It was really cool. It was unique at the time. Yeah.
You got something you want to show off real quick? You got to unbox it all night.
yeah, what were we just looking at? And you know what, this one, I don't know. You have to see, man, because we were talking about this before. I don't know if I showed this off or not. Go ahead and stop me if I can, if I did. But this is a Feral Foundry Ben's Matt collab. Did I show this already? I don't know if I showed it on this portion of the show, but this is a collab. So this is exactly what we're talking about, right? So that top part made by Feral Foundry.
Yeah, you've shown me that, but you have not brought that out on the show. Those haven't dropped, I don't think, yet. But they're amazing. Maybe they did drop. Maybe they have sold before they dropped. I don't know anything.
I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I don't know. This is a Ben's Matt Feral Foundry combo. This guy does come off. He does have a gun that removes to like a little phaser type thing. But then that's Ben's Matt right there, man, on that one. There were a bunch of different colorways. I chose this one because to me, this flying saucer and the look ray gun has a really kind of 50s sci-fi look to it. And I thought these colors just being like a basic, silver and blue, I thought that really kind of matched with that 50s feel and has. So yeah, that's a good one, man. I really, really like that one.
That fucking glow on the eyeball, man.
Yeah, it's very cool, right? There's, and as usual with the other Shoggoths, right? There's one of those on the back. There's a couple on the front. But always really cool looking stuff, man. And like I said, that's a combo or a collab out there that just a lot of people don't really realize is there, but it's there and it's prevalent, man. They do a lot of work together. And both really, really great people, man. Ben's Matt he's a good dude, man. There's not a lot of people that actually talk to that guy, but he's amazing. A really, really good dude.
Quiet chat.
Yep.
Man, that was a good episode.
Long one, dude. It was a good one, dude. Thank you, Colin, again, one last time, man, for coming on, dude. You freaking killed it, dude. Good one. And you know what's really cool, dude? I see the response in the room. I think a lot of people were really glad to finally see Colin and just kind of what he's about, because he's been around. He's been such a good supporter and he's such a good dude just in general,
I meant to ask him because his sleeves weren't quite rolled up. I meant to ask him to flex his forearms because it looked pretty thick. I was curious how thick they were. And it looked like he had a pretty good wingspan here. So I was meant to ask him, how tall are you? And give us a quick little forearm flex.
Dude, cracks a beer, talking about working down at the plant. I mean, dude, everything I expected. Such a good dude, man.
The one thing he was missing was he was supposed to end the interview by hopping on his motorcycle and just driving away and just leaving the webcam sitting at an empty garage of toys.
Yeah. No helmet, just total James Dean style, just hopping on, fishtailing out of there.
Literally pours something into a mold, puts in the pressure pot, closes it up while on the revving bike, and then just leaves us in a trail of smoke.
He's got a pack of darts rolled up in his sleeve, right?
Some hot chick comes out of nowhere, hops in the back of the bike. She hasn't even been there this whole time, just hops on the back.
Yeah.
I love you, HasBeen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he goes, I know.
Classic.
Oh, man. That was good. So next week, dude, no guest next week that I know of unless something crazy pops up, but we'll do a really good review of the following week's show, which should be fun.
Oh, dude, lots to show, lots to try and recap. Oh, it has to happen. Giveaway montage, mass montage. Also, I'm so glad Porpoise caught it, dude. If somebody was keeping count of how many times a guest comes in, there he is, dude.
You know what's funny is you made a reel, and I think in the reel I did it twice. And I subconsciously said, stop saying that. Stop saying that. Every time someone comes on, you don't have to say that. I don't know if it's like a nervous thing or it's like, hey, how you doing? But Yeah, I need to watch that, dude. That's dumb. I keep saying it.
There it is. And yes, another mask. That one might be my favorite. Yes, another mask. Dude, you're freaking when Colin said he had 2 giveaways, I was dying. I was on mute pulling names into the wheel, but just the like woo, woo. It was literally like kind of 1950s Chick Sees a Spider like movie theatrical like
Well, and you know what's so stupid about it, dude? It's like I wasn't even eligible to win one of those. I think I was just excited that for other people to win those things. But you and I didn't know that he was going to give those away on the show. I think he might have mentioned something about a giveaway, possibly. But you know, we never asked. You come on here, you can do whatever you want. But when you're giving away these 2 like super sick pieces that aren't even out yet, I mean, dude, that's a big deal amongst us folk in here.
I don't really have words for it, man. We kind of stutter over it like almost every time. The donations and then when guests come on and do it, it's wild to me, man. I know the time, effort, resources that go into this. I know that exposure isn't worth jack shit. The fact that you guys do give us pieces to get out into the world simply by people coming and hanging out, it's wild to me, man. There's some wild as fuck pieces that have gone out to some really cool collections.
Yep. 100%, man. We'll document those at some points. I always try to grab some of those, man. It's if you want some, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know why I wasn't using my brain. Here I was every time I've been digging for all the giveaways and shit, I load Adobe up with just so much content instead of fucking screen recording the exact moments of the YouTube and just downloading those little like 3-second clips. So I just have a nice, smooth, no helicopter takeoff sound from my computer. Just what are we doing?
Well, hey, we only got 50 episodes to go through. We can do it, man. We got 2 weeks.
It's trying to find them all, dude. That's what gets really tough, especially when you guys come in and you guys have done your own giveaways, because you start looking for the wheel. Once you start seeing the wheel, you know where to stop and trim. But when you guys do random, like count the amount of dinosaurs in my bin, it gets a little harder.
It does, man. And you're right, finding them, and I'll do that. Sometimes I forget to write down who won, so I'm not sure who won it, and I'll have who I'm sending it to, so I'll have to go back through. And you're right, dude. If we did it at like I think you mentioned like a timestamp one time, to do it at the same time every night, and we were like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. And we
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, put that one on the list of other stuff that we always talk about doing, but you know, it's still good in the end.
Fuck, dude. All right. Well, let's let these yahoos all get on with their night, and you try and have a good night, man, because it's always been a blast.
It has been, man. PB and J.